Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Backfire Simsport TV. I'm Clyde Whiting, and tonight we bring you the Season 9 Media Day from the V8 European Supercar Championship. We are at the wonderful Phillip Island circuit in Australia, and virtually with me in the booth is Pete Bingham. Good evening, Pete.
Good evening, everyone.
Bill Switzer. Good evening, Bill.
Good evening, everybody.
And running all the magic in the background is Sam Boozin. Good evening, Sam.
Good evening, Clyde, Pete, Bill, everybody watching. I'm trying to make it work, the magic in the background today.
Yeah, Sam's having a bit of an amateur hour at the moment, so we'll excuse him. So, guys, before we talk about Media Day and Phillip Island and everything else around tonight's racing, we had an idea that it would be good for us to go through the history of the league and the champions and where it all started and everything else, so that all the viewers, old and new, know what we're actually about. So I'm going to put Bill and Pete on the spot straight away. Let's start with Pete and say, what day, what month, what year was the league actually launched?
Dear God.
Have a guess.
I'll start with the year first, and then you can tell me how embarrassed I should be right from that one. I'm going to go with 2015.
Okay.
I think it's 2016.
Oh, thanks, Bill.
Okay, 1-0 to Bill.
Right, okay. I'm going to go with... Oh, dear. I'm going to go with May.
Bill?
February.
Well, that's a no-score draw there. It was August.
Dope.
Oh,
And the 4th of August.
15th.
Well, that was a 0-0 draw again. It was actually launched on the 1st of August, 2016.
Wow.
And same competition. When was our first race? Now, you know the year.
Yeah. I'll go with Bill's previous one, 15th of August.
Bill?
Hold on a minute. September 2nd.
Our first competitive race was on the 20th of August, 2016.
Oh, Pete, you missed it. By
From
5.
Barber Motorsports Park, believe it or not.
Wow.
So, yeah, there's a little bit of history for you. Yeah. So, let's go all the way back to the start. So, us three have been in this since its conception. So, there was the idea there that, there was a big following of V8 supercars in the UK and in Europe. The car on the iRacing service at that time, which was 2 cars ago, was an absolute nightmare. But it was purely an Australian thing. There was no such thing as an official European race or a league or anything like that. So we came up with this harebrained idea that we would run a league. We only had the 1 car at the time, if I remember rightly, which was the old Ford. And I put some posts out and got some people on board, including Dave Jansen, who's still with us, Tony Kloosterman, that's still with us, and anybody that I forget, please, just bear with me. I'm very old and very decrepit. Ronald Moons did a lot of our IT work at the start. So, Pete, your company, you got us some sponsorship right at the start to get things going with Pen Pal, and so it kicked off. And from humble beginnings, it's it's gone on and on and on and on and on. Pete, what do you remember about the early days?
I remember the paints weren't nearly as elaborate as the ones we get now with the matte and the shiny metallics. I remember thinking I feel like I was better then, and I think it's just because the guys that have been in this league for as long as they have been right from the start, some of them, they've improved like way beyond, and because of the popularity of the league now, it's attracted some really, really fast drivers. So when I get in it now, I just think, oh dear, I'm such an amateur. And so I'm broadcasting now. It's always been a fun league, and it's always been a league that's had a lot of respect in it. Like all leagues, we've had the odd person along the way that we've thought, do you know what, really wish he wasn't in here. And they've gone because it's attracted the same-minded people who want to race fairly and respectfully. And we've been in loads of leagues before, haven't we, Clyde, where you just think, I could do without this. I could do without the hassle.
Exactly, yeah.
And this league has been nothing like that. From the start, it's been good.
And Bill, you know, obviously you're on the other side of the pond to us. What attracted you to jump in right at the start? You know, from that part of the world.
Well, actually, I've always been a glutton for punishment. I guess that's the first part. But I think what really attracted me is where I live, it's NASCAR country, and, you know, nothing but NASCAR. And there's nothing wrong with NASCAR, but I don't know, it's not exciting enough to me. I've always liked road racing. I physically actually road raced years ago, like 100 years ago, when they had wooden wheels. And so I can tell you that's my favorite kind of motorsport. And I always thought that big high horsepower sedan type vehicles on a road course would be very attractive. But the series that we had in this country really didn't have. I mean, we had Trans Am and a few of those other things. In the early days, it was really good. They used muscle cars and stuff, similar to the Holden and the and the Ford that they use over there. And the thing that I found really most attractive is, over the years, we've really kind of become a family. I've really gained some really good friends, you know, on the other side of the world, and it's just a really great place to be. And Pete hit it right on the head. You know, it's been a comfortable place. Yeah, we've had our little squabbles, but it's been a comfortable place to race. You know, we treat each other with respect, and I mean, that's really, you know, what you're looking for. And there's nothing better than this league that I've ever seen. I've been in a few leagues, and there's nothing better than this one for sure.
And Sam, putting you on the spot, can you remember what season you joined?
I think it was season 2.
It was?
Yeah, my first race was at the Laguna Seca.
And what made you sign up? Was it, you know, you really enjoyed the car that was a bit of a pig at the time? Or, you know, was the league starting to gain a bit of a reputation by then?
I just started to look at the real V8 Supercars and my teammates of the time in 2016. Look at the league available on iRacing, and it told me there was one European leagues, and we decided to join both in season 2. Yeah.
There you go. So Sam has been with us almost from the start. So I love this. Let's play this game of putting these guys on the spot. So Bill and Pete again. All the way back to season 1, we had 3 championships. We had an overall championship, a team championship, and a safe driver award. So, who won the safe driver award?
I think it was you, and I think I probably came bottom. I was terrible back then. I'm not much better now, but I think it was you. So go on, Bill. Who do you think it was?
I agree. It was Clyde Whiting.
It was me. And the team championship. Who were our first ever team champions?
I think I'm going to go with NQR.
Agreed.
It was actually Slingshot Racing, which was
God.
Dave Jansen's team at the time.
Oh, goodness.
And who was the overall champion? This
TK.
one's an easy one.
TK.
Tony Klusterman.
Yeah, you're certainly right. So then we moved into season 2. We introduced some more championships. So we had an overall championship that everybody was in. We had a pro, we had an AM, we had a team championship, and a safe driver award. So, Bill, who won the safe driver award?
Clyde Whiting.
Yeah, he's such an egomaniac.
It's just great, isn't it? That's 2 on the top. I should have retired after season 2, shouldn't I? Team championship, Pete.
I'm gonna keep going NQR until I win one.
And Bill?
Team championship.
Season
yeah,
2.
NQR. Yep.
It was NQR.
Yeah, Dave Johnson would have been too angry at the car by then.
So we had an amateur champion. Who was that? A name we haven't seen for quite a while.
Name we haven't
But
seen.
was our teammate Pete? Sorry, that gives you a clue.
What? Rich Brightwell?
It was indeed.
Really?
Wow.
And Bill, who won the pro championship.
Tony Klusterman.
I don't
Exactly.
Think oh. Well,
And who won overall?
Tony Klusterman.
Pete?
I don't think it was. I'm going to have to go Tony Guzman because we've not got a better answer, but I don't think it was Tony.
No, it was me.
Was it?
No, it wasn't. It was
Whoa!
Tony Klusterman.
All right. I was going to say.
Oh, you're funny.
That league was well upside down if that was the case.
Okay, so we kept things the same for season 3. So, Safe Driver Award, season 3, and I'll give you a clue. It
not
wasn't me.
I'm going to go with...
You will never find it.
You were?
They're going to get all of these wrong now.
Yeah, they never find who is it. Who is this guy?
Which is the Safe Driver Award?
No, it's the driver that gets the least amount of incidents per corner in the season.
There was a few people vying for it back then as well. This was about the time when everybody
Dan
was...
Lanson.
Good call. Pete, timer's up.
Kim Halter.
Mike Taliancic.
Oh,
Wow.
Season 3 team championship. This will be one that you don't remember. I'll help you out because you're not going to get this one.
no.
Can you remember Slaw Ruse?
Oh, God, yes.
Okay, so leading on to the AM Championship, one of the Slaw Ruse drivers won the AM Championship. Who was that?
Oh, dear.
Australian,
Australian.
funny guy, not around anymore. Well, I don't mean that he's dead, but
I was going to say, I don't remember going to
He
a
might be.
funeral.
Mike Cracknell.
oh, not bad.
Not around anymore.
What else do we have in there, huh?
Pete, you're rubbish.
I am terrible with names. I forget my staff members' names. I work with them every day.
Steve Lattimore.
Oh, man.
goodness,
Where did he go?
Isn't this a fun quiz? Right, so Steve's teammate in Slaw Ruse won the Pro Championship.
That's not Michael Taliancic.
Very, very fast.
Very, very fast.
Very fast. You haven't got a clue, have you?
No, really don't.
Doman Gantar.
Oh, blimey, that's another blast from the past.
Oh, yeah.
Where are these people now?
Yeah, really.
We should have a league membership of about 700
Come
people.
on then, who was the overall champion of season 3?
Clyde Whiting.
No, definitely not. Not unless everybody else had died. Tony Klusterman.
Bill?
Kim Holter.
Mike Taliancic.
That was going to be my second guess.
Okay, so moving on to season 4. It looks like we kept things the same again. So, who was the safe driver in season 4? UK driver, fast. I can hear Pete tapping away.
UK driver.
Yep, not with us anymore.
Have we had a UK driver that's been fast?
He's not around anymore, did you say?
Not in the league anymore.
Oh, huh.
You're going to have to let me figure this one out.
I'm going to have to tell you because time's ticking.
Go
It's
on then.
Michael Evdoka.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
He was
Team championship.
Well, if he won it, who was his partner? His partner was quick as well. Oh.
I'll tell you, he was in the same team as Johnny Brandon at the time.
Oh, dear. Because there was a Bodach, wasn't there? Who was in Bodach?
That's it.
It's Bodach.
Well, Bodach was, I believe, Johnny, George, and Michael. So who won the team championship?
Odach.
Yeah, it's got to be.
NQR, well done.
Oh, what? I got so close to that one. I even remember the team name.
So, who won the AM championship? This might surprise you.
Definitely not an amateur.
Definitely not an amateur. Definitely not an amateur. What does he mean by that? Oh dear, I don't know.
Me either. Don't have a clue.
Johnny Brandon.
Oh.
Oh, goodness.
And who won the Pro Championship?
I'm going to go with George McClay or someone like that.
Tony Klusterman.
It was Tony Klusterman. Well done, Bill.
Well, I figured he's won 3. That had to be his third one.
Overall champion for season 4.
I do remember Michael Evdoka absolutely run away with a season. I think it had to be that one.
Bill?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Well, Pete was right. It was Mike Evdoka. That was his one and only championship with us.
But he annihilated everybody, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah.
So, season 5, we had a new sponsor. Klaus Winther's company, KSW Painting, came on board as our principal sponsors. And sadly as well, Pete, we lost your father during that season. I'm sure you remember it well. And we had a parade lap, if I remember rightly, that you led everybody from. Yep. And we also introduced a new championship to the series called the Fred Bingham Forever Forward Award. So it basically goes to the driver that gains the most places in races over the whole season. So, season 5, who was the first ever Fred Bingham Forever Forward winner?
Foggy was in by then, wasn't he?
The silence is deadening.
I'm going to go with Foggy.
Bill?
Johnny Brandon.
It was Johnny Brandon. Well done. Okay, Safe Driver Award. I'll give you a clue. Everyone's favourite Aussie. Well, apart from mine.
Everyone's favourite Aussie?
Yeah. Could also announce trains.
Ooh. Oh, that rings a bell, but I don't know why. Oh, I don't like this game anymore.
Christmas Race of Champions champion train announcer.
Oh, I do remember this. It was funny as well.
Jamie McKnight.
Yeah, I was just going to say Jamie McKnight.
Season 5 team champions.
I think were they in
XVR, yeah.
Yeah, because I think they must have won that one.
Yeah, you're both right.
Yeah.
And we also changed, so instead of having Pro-Am, we had the KSW Cup and the Club Championship. So, who won the Club Championship?
Club. Johnny.
Club Championship. No, Clyde Whiting.
Oh, Club's the littler one, isn't it?
That's the smaller one, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with someone like Nikolai Bogatyrev, because I remember him being way up there one year.
Rich Warmingham.
What's his real name?
Dick Cooling Beef. So, who was the KSW Cup champion for season 5?
I think that's Johnny Brandon.
Yep, Johnny Brandon.
You're both right. So, into season 6. Who won the Fred Bingham Forever Forward Award? Now, this person had quite a dominant season.
Right. Well, Foggy and Johnny Brandon were way up there at that point. We got a few new people in, didn't we, that year, I think? Or that season, anyway. Dominant season. I want to go with Foggy this time.
Yeah, I agree.
It was Foggy.
There we go.
And who won the Safe Driver Award?
I think it was part of Team GC. Was it Gary Croft?
How
Not a
about
bad guess.
Greg Carr?
It was Nicole Foggy again.
What?
And who were the team champions?
Well, you got to go XVR then, haven't you?
Yeah, XVR.
It was XVR. Right. Club Championship.
Now, you won one of these at round about this time, I'm pretty sure, so I'm going to go with you.
Okay.
Agreed.
Well, you hit the nail on the head earlier, Pete. Gary
did I?
Croft.
Oh.
And who was the Season 6 KSW Cup champion? I've already given you a massive clue.
Have you?
Yeah.
Were you paying attention? Because I wasn't, Bill.
I'm doing a nanny nap.
Johnny Brandon, because I don't know what the clue was.
Nicole Foggy.
Well done, Bill. Nicole Foggy. I told you he had a dominant season.
Oh, you did.
Okay, so season 7, things ramped up. We got a new sponsor on board, Racetech. Still with us, still sponsoring us this season.
And thank you, Charlie.
Safe Driver Award, season 7. Right, now pay attention. This driver had a dominant season.
Is that Foggy?
Johnny Brandon.
Johnny Brandon, yeah.
Damn it.
And who won the Fred Bingham Forever Forward Award?
I'm going to go Gary Croft this time.
Bill?
Johnny Brandon.
Johnny Brandon.
Oh, man.
He had a very dominant season. Who were the team champions in season 7?
XVR.
Bill?
Oh, yeah, XVR.
Well done, NQR. Club Championship, season 7.
Oh. Nikolai.
Yeah,
Now,
I agree with that.
bear in mind, you said I won one of these.
Oh, was it you then?
Pete Bingham.
Yeah.
Gary Croft.
Yeah, that was my guess for the last time. Oh, I've got all my years mixed up.
And who was the season 7 and first ever Racetech Cup champion?
Got to get one of these right at some point.
George McClay.
I don't think so. But I don't know who. Johnny Brandon.
Johnny Brandon. He had a Excellent season. Right, so into last season. Right, now it wasn't that long ago. We only finished it in May. So you should get all of these right.
Really? You not know me at all?
Season
Me either.
8, Safe Driver Award, Bill.
Clyde Whiting.
No
Pete.
way. Crashed too many times. Last season.
Sam Boson.
Definitely not Tony Kloosterman. I'm going to go with George McClay.
Dominic Sori.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
yeah, but,
Jeez.
So
Could've never
glad you
missed
two
that
pay attention.
yeah, got it right.
Season 8, Forever Forwards champion.
I'm going to go with Tony Kloosterman because he came back through the field so many times.
Yeah, I agree with that.
George McClay.
Oh, that was my
Yeah.
other answer.
You should
So
go watch back.
far, none out of 2.
Yeah.
You should
Season
go watch
8.
back the last podcast we did.
Season
my
8, Club champion.
Club. Oh, wow, dear. Not me.
Ran away with it.
Wasn't
Steve
you?
LaValle.
Oh, that's a good guess, that.
What's your answer, Pete?
I can't better it, so I'm going to go with the same answer.
It was indeed Steve LaValle.
Yeah.
Season 8, team champions.
I think I've got to go XVR.
Yep.
Correct. And you can't get this one wrong.
I can.
Who was last season's Racetech Cup champion?
Nicole Foggy.
I was going to go with Foggy.
Yeah.
I'm going to... Oh, go on. I'm not
I
going
was going to give you a clue, but no, you're going to guess anyway, so
No, I'm going to go with Foggy.
it was Foggy.
Yeah.
Yes, Foggy won his second championship.
Look
So,
at the session
what-
and the numbers.
One last teaser for you.
Yep.
Well, there's actually it's a double teaser. Who has won the most races in V8ESC?
Oh, hey. Tony's been in it the longest.
Yeah.
And
Tony
he's won
Kloosterman.
lots and lots. Give me a minute, just to be sure.
So Johnny Brand has won a hell of a lot too.
He has, but I think just the amount of years that Tony's been in it.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I'm gonna go Tony Kloosterman as well.
Johnny Brandon.
Wow.
And how many races has Johnny won?
Oh my god. I hope there's no punishment for getting all these questions wrong. Especially not a financial one, even if it was 10 pence a question, I'm still knackered. 25.
18.
34.
Whoa.
Holy mackerel, Andy.
That's
Whoa.
a lot.
So that was a potted history of the league, and who's been winning what and why we started. And you can see that my co-commentators that have been with me since season 1 have absolutely no idea what we do.
Not a Scooby, apparently.
So that led us brilliantly to the start of qualifying. I don't know how I managed that, but it's worked brilliantly. So let's start with Pete. Phillip Island. Fantastic track, nice and flowing. We haven't got Chris Jackson with us, but he is a bit of a master round here.
Yeah.
Is this a track that you like?
I have liked it, and I have not liked it. I didn't like this one year when they did a tyre model change or something, and the track became like glass. Otherwise, I do like it. I like the flow that it's got. I love going over that fast crest of the hill before you dip down into that tight right-hander. That's a fantastic bit of track, that. You got to mind the seagulls here, haven't you, of course? And this is the only track where I've ever noticed the wind direction. I don't know why I've never noticed it anywhere else, but I do here.
Okay, that's strange. And Bill, what are your thoughts on Phillip Island?
Absolutely brilliant, magnificent place. Someplace I'd really like to go if I ever got to Aussie land. It's all, excuse me, it's all what Pete said and more. It's just got a lot to offer, a lot of challenges, good passing areas, really some fast areas, and one really tight, complex there where you got a left, right, left stuff, and just really, it's a really brilliant place.
What's your thoughts on it, Clyde?
Yeah, I must admit, it is one of the tracks that I do enjoy. Is it turn one, the big sweeping right-hander?
Yeah.
I hate that corner. If you could take that corner away from this track, it would be the perfect track. But I watch people, I follow people through there, and I have to take it slower than everybody else. If I try and take it at the same speed as other people, for some reason I just wash out. So yeah, apart from that turn, it's a fantastic track, and I think all the drivers enjoy it anyway. Just a quick one on Stacey has asked us if anyone was keeping the scores during our little history quiz there. I'm going to declare myself the winner because I got all the questions right. Back to media day, back to qualifying. We're in 15-minute qualifying session now. We haven't got a massive grid tonight because the Spa 24 hours is going on. I know we've got quite a few drivers in that. But we've got a 15-minute race after this qualifying session. We've then got a brand new spinny wheel that Sam has created. So we have promoted Sam, and his new official title is Chief Wheelie Spinner. So he gets extra pay for that. So we have a reverse grid wheel, which we will spin. That will determine the grid for race 2, which will have a 10-minute practice session followed by a 30-minute race. Then Chief Wheelie Spinner will spin the wheel again, and we will have another race determined by the reverse grid wheel, and the final race of the evening will be 45 minutes. As we've said, this is media day. There are no points on the table, but it's a chance for the more established drivers to get back in and see where they are. It's a chance for the new drivers to the league, who we will go through during the night, to get some more seat time and see what sort of pace they've got against our more established drivers. So we're not going to talk too much about who we think is going to win the championship and things like that, because we're hopefully doing a special edition podcast for you on Monday, where we're going to go through that sort of thing and look at the schedule and everything else. So, Pete, we've seen in the past smaller grids can give us fantastic racing. This track can give us fantastic racing. We've got both tonight. We've got a smaller grid than usual, and we've got the fantastic track. Is that the commentator's curse for not getting a good race?
I hope not, because this track does attract excellent racing. It's hard to get away here. You've got some places where you can pull back the slipstream effect and get back onto it again. The people that we've got in here are very, very capable drivers, as you would expect. And nice to see Mr. Taliancic showing his face again. He's on the bottom of my timing screen, so I'm hoping he's contributing to the night, although he's not gone out for a qualifying lap.
Yeah, I think Mike sometimes gets up for the races and then falls asleep. A bit like Lane does during the races.
Yeah. Although he did all right the other night.
Super spinny wheel, just so that you can see it. That was just a sneak preview.
That was a mistake, though.
So Bill, you know, as we said, there's no points on the table tonight, but there is bragging rights.
Yeah, for sure. There has been in the past when we didn't have a lot of cars. I was sitting thinking, oh boy, this is going to be a yawner, but turned out to be really, really decent racing. You have a good mixture that even though you might have 10, 12, 20 cars, whatever, there's always little pockets and groups of people that are pretty much matched up. And that's what makes it exciting. And it's a really exciting track to do that on. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm hoping we have some fantastic races. You know, we are missing some drivers. Most of our top end of the grid are here. I believe Mr. Brandon is still living in a tent in France, but I'm sure he'll be back soon. Who have we just seen there spin round?
Tony.
That was Tony, yes.
Have you got Tony in the new blue Simability livery?
No, I've got him in the green one.
Right. Maybe my paint pack's not updated, I'm not sure. Was the paint pack from the V8 site?
Yes.
In that case, I've definitely downloaded the right thing. I'll try it again.
Yeah, okie dokie. I know Bill had some problems earlier with the paint pack as well.
Right.
But yeah, you know, like I say, we've got the majority of our faster guys in. We are looking at, we've got 16 cars that have set a time at the moment, plus Mike T if he's awake. The other thing Mike does like to do every now and again, and maybe he's doing it tonight, is start from the back and see where he gets to. So, you know, if he's doing that, that'll be very, very good. We have, we're just over halfway through this qualifying session. The drivers are unlimited on the amount of laps that they can do. In the race, they are limited to 70% of the car's natural fuel tank, which probably won't affect them. Maybe, I don't know about race 3. Maybe, but race 3 they might have to take a pit stop. Once we get going, the drivers get incident points every time they have a crash, they have a spin, they go off track, as we've mentioned before, and as they rack up the incident points, if they get to 15, they will get a drive-through penalty. So sometimes you see drivers that will use up a hell of a lot of their incident points near the start of the race. And then you'll start seeing them slow down, be a little bit more careful, because they really don't want that drive-through penalty. So there's Andrew Hoffman in a very smart liveried Holden there. Top marks to whoever painted that for him.
Yeah, Andrew likes Phillip Island as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, not as much as Chris Jackson.
No, and it's a surprise not seeing Chris in it, to be honest.
Well, Chris has got a new baby, so we will let him off.
It's just excuses at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah. So we're seeing a few cars with our bog standard Racetech livery on. So drivers that haven't sent in their paints yet automatically get one of these liveries. It's a little bit more advertising for Racetech.
Yeah, I thought Lane had been fired by XVR then.
Yeah, possibly. But Steve Lavalle's in one as well. So
Pete, what do you have for Lane for livery?
I've just got the Racetech.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Well, I have his, I think, iRacing one. It's kind of green with white stripes on it. It's kind of a mint green color, kind of weird.
You got trading paints running?
No, I don't.
No.
Nope, and right behind him is Mike Frost, and his looks perfect. His new, beautiful-looking Vulcan scheme.
Yeah, he was doing some Tokyo drifting, but yeah. And which paints have you got visible, Clyde? You got the yellow?
I'm seeing Lane in the yellow. Can we have a look at Ben Cullen, please? No, that's another awesome. No, it's not an awesome paint.
What was that? SimSeats car?
No, I've done a paint for Ben, but somehow I don't know if he sent it to Dave or not. So
Right, okay.
it hasn't shown up. So
I've got him in a red, white, and blue.
yeah, it is red, white, and blue, but it's liveried up differently. But never mind. That's what Media Day's all about, ironing out all the issues.
Right. Who do we have on screen right now?
Richard Allsop.
Number 31?
Yep.
Okay.
So Ben's just saying he did send it. Okay, I shall see what happened then. We'll make sure it's sorted out for next week.
So, Clyde, any predictions on this race from you?
I'm not going to win it.
That would have happened even if you were racing.
Well, to be honest, you know, if you look at the top six,
yeah.
So Kloosterman, Namella, Foggy, Allsop. I'm going to include Gary Croft in this because he's come back after injury and has been firing on all cylinders straight away. And Wayne Sanderson are all capable of winning races. Steve Lavalley and Jamie Wilson are drivers that are improving no end, and they are going to be up there at some point. I just don't know when, whether it's this season or next season. After that, you've got the rest of the drivers have the potential to do well, especially if something happens up front, or race 2 and race 3 with reverse grids.
And then you've got potentially Michael Taliancic if he's not fallen asleep.
Yes. Car 86 is Marco Namela.
I know.
So it was a question on the chat.
Oh, right.
Sorry, Pete, I wasn't trying to
I thought this was
point out
still
the
a
obvious to
question from
you.
before. I thought I can't get this one wrong. I'm
No.
reading it on the screen.
The quiz is over, you failed.
Let it go. That turn there that Ant Woodward's just been through is horrible when you've got a greasy track. Ooh, and he's showing how greasy it is at the minute as well. I'm hoping he's fresh out of the pits.
Wow.
He's drifting that on lots of corners at the minute.
Holy mackerel, Andy. He had that bugger right around sideways.
Certainly did.
And the Clyde Whiting corner.
It's just, it's awful. I think it's one of those corners where there is like definitely only one line, and your turning point has to be absolutely perfect. And I've done 1,000 laps and not found it yet.
Yeah, I always...
It's there somewhere.
Yeah, I turn in probably stupidly early for that turn. And as a result, lose a lot of time. But my steering's already like at full lock, basically, as I'm trying to get the car to turn into that right-hander at such a high speed that you are at Phillip Island. And it's so easy just to wash out to the left and go gardening across that bit where everybody else is way off to your right-hand side going, what's he doing?
Yeah, where's he going?
Is he in a different race? What's Pete Bingham doing now? Look at that, there's another car. Oh, dear!
Marco
That's
Numella.
Marco.
He's testing the
Oh, and
limit.
he hit something invisible there.
Yeah. Area 51, folks. Area 51.
Whatever it was very hard.
Yeah. He found the track limit. Let's say that.
That was weird, wasn't it?
It was. Very strange.
It's like the old R-Factor landmines.
Yeah, they were class, weren't they? Just tootling along the road, and then, oh my god, my car's just lost all its wheels.
And Richard Alsop seems to be doing a little bit of drifting as well.
Yeah, he's got a handy time in there, though, hasn't he? What's that? Only 2/10 behind Tony.
Up, he's stopping.
Pretty hairy thing, man. It's age before beauty with that country, mate.
Stood laying on there, saying it's age before beauty, and he's
He should know.
failed at both. Oh dear.
Yeah, see, I don't have Marco Lavart's really nice paint job either. I got his generic paint job for some reason. Kind of weird.
Like Clyde said, it's whether they've submitted it in time, etc.
I don't know.
The file wasn't massive, so.
Yeah, and sometimes we do have issues with the paint packs at the start of the season for some reason, but we'll get it sorted.
Oh, yeah.
So, who wants to take us through the grid for race 1, a 15-minute super sprint race?
You gents are going to have to do it because I don't have the same screen you do. I'm
Okay.
looking at the same thing, but I don't have the same layout here for some reason.
Well, off pole will be Tony Kloosterman, last season's winner, apparently, according to the quiz anyway, is Nicole Foggy. Marco Nomela, on his return to V8ESC after injury, in 3rd. Richard Allsop will be 4th. 5th will be Steve LaValle. 6th will be Gary Croft. Wayne Sanderson will be going off 7th. Jamie Wilson in 8th. Weren't they stuck together all of last season as well?
They were.
Really.
Lane O'Connor in 9th, Andrew Hoffman in a brilliant paint scheme in 10th, Adam Wright in 11th, and Woodward in 12th, Nikolai Bogotyrev in 13th, Marco Lowett, welcome to V8ESC, in 14th, Ben Cullen in 15th, Mike Frost in another sexy paint scheme in 16th,
Absolutely.
and maybe not, Michael Taliancic. He's not gridded yet.
Yeah, I think Mike may have fell asleep.
Yeah, I think so.
So, as we wait for the lights...
Nicole said, no handbrake this time, just in case. He's jumped the start in the official race last night. Just waiting on...
We're waiting for Tony.
No, we're waiting on Michael Taliancic.
The lights are coming on.
Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. We are green. Media Day, Season 9, V8ESC. Good to see everybody's off clean.
Wow, Nicole, big dive down into 2nd place there.
Yeah, and Steve LaValle getting shuffled back a little bit.
And we have Marco Nomela in 4th.
I think Marco's moved up to 3rd.
I'm sorry, 3rd, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all very sensible at the moment.
Well, they're going in there about 2 or 3
They're
wide. So
2 wide there. That's
Jamie
difficult
Wilson's
around the
car.
outside, yeah.
Yeah, but he's going to have the inside if he can keep the wheels turning for the
Yeah.
next one. This is where they were getting all a bit... yeah, the wheel spinny.
Slippery there.
Yeah, very much so. There's the ocean in the background, look. I'd have probably got my car in there if I was driving this.
Jamie's finally got that move done there.
He has, yeah. So that's Lane O'Connor shuffled back a place.
He's keeping Wayne Sanderson behind him.
Yep, someone stuck the nose in further back, but that was that door was closed.
Good evening to Kevin and Chris on the chat.
Yeah.
Looks like the paint pack has updated.
So
I
Wayne-
see the XVR liveries.
Yeah, I can see Wayne's anyway.
Yeah, I've got
So-
only Wayne on my side.
Yep,
Wow, Wayne pulled it off on the outside. It was a pretty good pass.
he did. That was very impressive. Behind those two is Andrew Hoffman, who's doing really well at the minute.
And who's that behind him? Is that Ant Woodward? Yeah, it is, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so up front you've got Foggy glued to the back of Tony Kloosterman.
Ooh, Adam Wright getting on the inside there of Ant Woodward.
Yeah.
Got good drive out of there as well.
And
Oh,
seems
that's
to be struggling at the moment.
Yeah, he's got a lot of wheel spin coming out of turns, mate. Oh, he's
Oh,
got,
He's got damage on the right as well,
he
hasn't
definitely
he?
has some damage, yeah.
Where's he got that from? I didn't have anything on my screen to say
Must
that
have
there
been
was an incident.
hard or something, or into one of the corners. And Nikolai's looking inside him, or
Yeah.
outside.
I think Ant's got problems here. Yep, Nikolai lining him up for an overtake, but not going to do it, and actually ended up compromising the
Whoa,
line.
hey!
Yep, and
Nikolai
loses a
a little
place as a
sideways.
result. Oh!
Oh, Marco O'Ware.
Well, he's not going to hit anything unless he hits the mystery
Well,
thing. That,
there's that. Don't forget, there's that cloaked spaceship there somewhere.
Yep. All the trackies are busy Googling what's at Phillip Island right now.
I'd like to see that again. I think he just went round on his own.
He did, yeah. It was over rotation, wasn't it? And then wheel spin combined with it. Here we go.
Here we go. Yeah.
All on his own.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Very gracefully done. Didn't hit anything.
No damage.
No, just get back in the race and get going.
When Clive, when you said you wanted to see it again, I thought you wanted to see the cloaked spaceship.
Wayne Sanderson,
Yeah,
who
it's
got
a good,
shuffled back a bit, didn't he, at the beginning?
yeah, there's a good
Yeah.
train here, isn't there?
He's,
They're all vying for positions here.
yeah.
Is that
and
his
he's-
buddy Jamie? That's not Jamie Wilson.
It is, yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Team Chimera car.
And good evening to Ant's better half, Stacey, who's joined us on the chat.
Evening,
Hi,
Stacey.
Stacey.
Tell him to repair his car, won't you?
Better put Evie at the controls. Ant's struggling a little bit here.
I think these two are going to be together all race like we saw lots and lots last season. Their skill levels are utterly matched, aren't they?
Oh,
Yeah.
they've had some brilliant battles.
Yeah, absolutely. All very fair.
Unfortunately, Jamie's teammate Josh Chin hasn't been able to join us this season because of his work rota. So
Oh, that's a shame.
Jamie's all fighting the battles all on his own this season.
Whoa. Jamie was really out
Oh,
near the edge of
Foggy.
the grass on that one. Uh-oh.
well,
Foggy's
and
got
he's about
half
to get
Tony.
done. Has he?
Foggy has got half
Whoa,
Tony.
look at this, side by side.
I think we need a...
I didn't see it happen.
No, and they're still very close together at the front of the field. And then Jamie's defended that position against Wayne. Here we go with the overtake. He's not going around the outside, is he?
Nicole's looking on the
He is.
outside of Tony.
He is.
He is as well. Look at that.
Yeah, it's having that grip, isn't it, on that
Yeah.
final bit of the outside of that corner, sets you up then for this one.
I never find any grip where he was just driving though. That's the
No, I
weird
know.
thing. And he's gapped him a little bit now.
And Marco Nabela's just sitting there in third place. Marco, I think, is still carrying an injury. Oh, we've got a Stacey takeover on the chat now. There's more Stacey's in the chat than there is anybody else.
Right.
Jamie Wilson's closing in on Ant Woodward.
He
Oh, no,
is.
that's Gary Croft. I'm
No,
sorry.
yeah. Team GC that.
And there's, did I see damage on Gary's car?
I
No.
don't think so.
No, I thought the other side was caved in, but it's not. That was just my dodgy eyesight.
Well, your age is catching you now, really.
Well, there is that, yeah.
Yeah. He wears a monocle.
Oh,
Uh-oh, somebody's
Richard
off. That's
Alsop.
Richard Alsop.
What's happened to Richard?
I think he's just run out of track. His car looks perfect, so I think he's just all on his own.
And Andrew Hoffman's right behind him, I
Yeah,
believe. Yep.
Hoffman's eyeing
Yeah.
up the space there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's a bit after
That's a
the event.
replay, yep.
A little bit further back, please, Sam. Here he goes. Oh, tire on the
no,
ground.
yeah, he
Yeah,
just
lost it
kinda-
on the way in, hasn't he?
Yep,
He actually did well to get that under control there.
really
Look
did.
there.
We know what the iRacing grass is like at the moment.
We do. I think they made it out of crushed green glass bottles.
Oh, I think that's Jamie Wilson off.
It is.
He's going
Yep.
slow, yeah. He's
I think that's
recovering.
as a part of a rejoin, he's getting back to speed. His car doesn't look damaged in any way, so that looks like a sole effort as well.
Yeah, he's lost a lot of positions though.
He really has, but when that's the problem with Phillip Island, I think. Once you go off track, ooh, yeah.
Oh, there he goes.
He had a twitch, didn't he? Sort of mid-corner.
But you go ploughing through the fields, and it takes you a long time to get back on track safely.
Yeah, and he did well there because he couldn't get back on track because there was cars coming round, so he kept on the grass.
And it's giving up another position here because his car's a bit knackered.
Yep, that's Nikolai Bogatrov that just passed him.
I'm intrigued still as to where Ant got his damage. What was that big puff of
Jamie
smoke?
Wilson coming in.
Oh, there we go.
I've got
Who's
Steve
taking a short?
Valley has crashed.
That was a short.
There's lots of people crashing.
We got somebody else.
Cars
Nikolai's off.
everywhere.
Jamie Wilson's off.
Well, this is going to take some sorting out.
It is. My timing screen's having some sort of epileptic fit.
Yeah,
right
so I had Steve Valley first. Now
Well, there we
he's all
go.
on his own.
now. Yeah, this is another lockup or something. Oh, over-rotating?
Yeah,
too
he
much
just-
speed carried in. And then
Yeah.
I've got Ant Woodward, Nikolai Bogatyrev crash.
That's this
So
one.
this could be together.
And Jamie
this
Wilson. And that
is
too.
going to affect Jamie as well.
Oh, there's a bit of a nudge there, I think.
Oh, I think he got hit by Ant. in the
Yeah,
back.
I think Ant nudged him. Jamie's taken evasive action.
And gone to the grass, yeah.
Yeah, but he's had to go all the
Have a
way
look
around
at
the
it.
Up
grass.
on board.
Yeah.
Take that.
Yeah, definitely.
Not enough track.
I don't like
for,
red and white cars. Boy, I'll tell you, that side is really stove in too, Pete.
It is, yeah. I have no idea how he's managed to get that damage.
Well, it wasn't a gentle hit, no doubt about that.
It looks like lap 1 damage, doesn't it?
It
Yeah.
does, but I can't find a car that's got a dented front end or whatever the opposite would be.
So, so Mike Frost is now in front of Ant. Mike's in 11.
That's a good position for Mike. He's pulled a lot of positions there. Let's hope he can keep it going till the end.
It looks
So-
like looks like Marco Numella's closing in on Tony Klusterman as well
No, it really does, yeah.
in second place.
Yeah.
And would you believe we're 10 minutes into this 15-minute race already?
Wow.
What? I thought we'd only just started.
Too bad we don't have about 10 more laps. This is really good right now.
It is, yeah. Imagine what will happen when they reverse this grid.
That'll be interesting.
Are we going random for each of these, Clyde?
Yes.
Yes, thought we were. So Marco, he can't do his Nemela effect in this one, can he? Because he don't need a pit stop for any of these.
Not gonna help. Nope.
Well, he could pit, but it's not going to work. So he's
Pushing hard. Wow.
yeah, showing his nose a tiny little bit to Tony. Tony's a wise old man, though, isn't he? So he's not going to fall for that.
It's a bit too long in the tooth to fall for that sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'd fall for it, without a doubt.
Oh, I would, yeah. I'd be like, where's he going?
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's an aeroplane.
Only at Daytona. Yeah. And Donington. Where else did we see aeroplanes? There's a few, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time we go onto a track that's near an airport, Clyde's like, "Ooh, an aeroplane crash."
Tell you, that Racetech paint is pretty catchy.
It's,
Yeah, that
it's a-
was
yeah.
that was done
The
by
generic
Greg
one, not
Carr
bad.
for us. That.
Was it?
And that's
That's
actually
funny.
modelled on an actual Racetech liveried rally car.
Don't scratch the red and black one. Is that Ant Woodward taking a position back from Mike? Yeah.
Yeah, don't scratch the paint, Mike. Mike's car looks really clean still.
It does. Keep that going. In fact, the Vulcan boys in here are doing really well. Andrew Hoffman's in 8th place. Top 10 finish.
Whoa.
Almost a little bump. Oh, Gary Croft's car's caved
He
in
has
on the
got
left
damage.
side.
I thought
So-
he had.
Yep.
Right,
And
so were those two ever on the same bit of track, Gary Croft and Ant Woodward?
Well, that's an interesting. Yeah.
and the back corner's crushed in too. Clyde,
One with
on the
left
side.
damage, one with right damage. Was that
Yeah.
blue on blue?
I think it must have been. I think that's friendly fire, that.
Blue on blue. I got kind of lime green. What do you have, Pete?
Blue on blue means you've just been done by your teammate, Bill.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Where's that
An
terminology
American
from?
term.
That's what I thought. I was going to say, where's that from? I thought it was American.
It might be.
It's that quiz. That quiz has frazzled him.
It frazzled me. I didn't expect any of it. I was like, oh, God.
It's all the staying in from COVID-19 is what it is.
Yeah.
Wearing a mask all the time is taking away some of my oxygen.
So we've got 2 minutes left of this first race of the evening.
Amazing. This is very fighty here. This is Lane O'Connor, Richard Allsop, and Gary Croft hoping to mop up.
I was really sorry to miss last night. Lane O'Connor came in a 4th place position. What an excellent drive.
He did, and don't tell him I said this, but it was a really, really good drive.
I'll bet.
We're not actually convinced he was behind the wheel.
No, we thought it was Johnny.
Yeah, or Nicole, right? Oh no, Nicole
No.
was in there. That's right.
Yeah.
So this is Lane O'Connor, Richard Allsop.
Yep. So Lane's moved up 4 positions, is that right? I mean, that's good, isn't it? I mean, a lot of them were people taken to the grass and things, I think.
Yeah, but you've still got to be there, haven't you, to
You
take
do.
those positions?
Yep.
He's got
Well,
a
that's a
fight on
wide
his
line.
hand here.
He certainly does. Gary Croft was a bit wide for me, but he seems to have, that might be the line he takes by the look of it. Here we go, Tony Klusterman under pressure from Marco Namela. I'm guessing we're going to get white flags in a minute.
I think Foggy is...
Can you work it out?
He's about half a lap.
Have we just lost? No, we haven't. It's alright, my timing screen's trying to embarrass me. Doesn't take a timing screen to do that, but...
No, I've got Hoffman went off track,
Oh goodness.
dropped down to 12th.
Oh, that's too bad.
That's a shame. He was doing really well. Oh, look at this. That's bumper on bumper nearly.
That is, yeah.
That's so close. He's got a good wide swing in for this one. He may have a gap there, but he's going to get it all back unless he gets some wheel spin.
And Foggy has won.
Right. Congratulations to Foggy.
Tony Klusterman second, Marco Namela third. Wayne Sanderson is going to come home fourth. But as you can see, Lane O'Connor fifth.
Way to
Richard
go,
Allsop
Lane.
sixth. Gary Croft in seventh. Steve LaValle eighth. Jamie Wilson comes home ninth. And Ant Woodward in 10th.
Wow.
Well, that was a brilliant race.
I was gonna say for a light field, that was an excellent race.
Yeah, for a media day. They were fighting that one out as if it was the real deal.
I was gonna say they weren't saving their equipment, were they?
No way. That was a good race, that.
It was excellent.
Lots of battles, a few incidents. I now think that Gary Croft and Ant Woodward came together at some point at the beginning of that.
They may have.
Here we go. So, just finishing results here. First is Nicole Foggy. Second, Tony Klusterman. Third, Marco Namela. Wayne Sanderson in fourth. Lane O'Connor fifth. Richard Allsop sixth. Seventh was Gary Croft. Eighth was Steve LaValle. Jamie Wilson brought it back in ninth. Ant Woodward rounds out the top 10. After that is Ben Cullen in 11th. Nikolai Bogotyrev in 12th. Michael Frost in 13th. Marco Lowett in 14th. Adam Wright in 15th. 16th was Andrew Hoffman in the end. I think he took quite a lot of damage. And then did not start is Michael Taliancic.
Okay, so I'm setting up the next session.
Do we get a wheel?
Yep, Sam is in charge of the wheel.
What's Sam's title, sorry?
With you on screen.
Chief Wheelie Spinner.
Okay, let's go. Let's roll it for the first time this season.
Virgin wheel.
Oh, that's doing strange things to my eyes.
Ooh. We're tripping.
It's been a long time since I took any drugs.
We
Okay.
have. Oh, it's a full.
It's a full grid, just for fun.
And everybody was on the lead lap.
Yep.
So let's set it up for a full reverse grid. So that will put Andrew Hoffman on pole.
I think he planned it.
Maybe. Come on, Andrew. Here's your chance. Keep your cool. Let's keep it on track this time.
Okay, so the session is set up. We will wait for it to launch, and then the drivers will be able to get back in.
Yeah,
Excellent.
For those people new to watching this, when we're doing multiple races, we need to load a brand new session based on what the magic wheel of fortune says. And Clyde generates a new session in the background, and all the racers wait to get into it. So there's always a little bit of a delay, but all the delays are worthwhile.
It gives the drivers a rest as well.
Certainly does.
And the little intermission will give our song and dance man Pete Bingham a chance to talk to you. And Mr. Wheelie Spinner is going to be driving in the 24-hour Spa race this evening.
Well, early hours of the morning, I think
That's
Sam's
true.
got his stints.
Yeah, he said
Starting
1 o'clock in the
midnight.
morning. Yeah.
About midnight, yeah.
Is anybody streaming it?
Yeah, Sebokins streaming on Twitch.
Oh, right, okay, I'll find that later.
I don't even have any idea where they are at the moment.
I'm sure it'll be a nice surprise.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, 1 o'clock in the morning is only 7 at night here, so I can watch Sam do his thing.
When you say do his thing,
Driving. Yeah.
Okay, session's up, guys.
Yep, I'm nearly in.
So we've just had an apology from Nikolai Bogotyrev to Andrew Hoffman on our Discord channel. So it looks like that's what happened with that one.
Yeah, I saw that. That's too bad.
But on the plus side, it's media day. There's no points.
Exactly. I mean, we kid our new teammate Andrew a lot, but shout out for, how well he's progressed. I mean, when he first started, he couldn't get through the first lap without going off the road or crashing. And he's really come a long way in a short time.
Yeah, that's very true. I couldn't disagree with you there. And now he's in the loving environment of Vulcan racing.
With open arms and hands and stuff.
Yeah.
Like
And
we've
puppies and
ever done
marshmallows.
That's true.
So, anybody got any questions for us on the chat? Get them in there, and we'll do our best to lie through our teeth and tell you what you want to hear. Drivers currently have a 10-minute practice session to get in. No qualifying session because the grid is already set from the reverse grid wheel. So, Pete, we've got the fast guys coming from the back.
Yep.
It's a 30-minute race.
It's a 180-degree track.
It's a hot track. It's an afternoon session, or a noon session, I believe. How easy or how difficult is it going to be for these guys to come through the pack? Bearing in mind, we see some trains of cars there of 4, 5, and 6 cars.
It's definitely going to be a challenge. You've really got 4 guys who are going to really charge through. They're the top 3 from before. So you got Nicole Foggy, Tony Klusterman, Marco Namela, and then you've got quite a few that sit just behind that, like the Wayne Sandersons, Steve Love Valley. He's very quick. Richard Alsop, sorry, is the 4th of the ones that I was mentioning. They'll be fighting with each other as they go through this field. All right, it's a short field, so it's not the massive dramas that we've seen when we've got 30 cars in the field. But they'll still want to be moving forward very quickly. There's going to be some people out of position. Andrew Hoffman's very handy around this track in this car, so he'll be keeping pace to a degree, and he'll be hopefully stretching his legs and getting a Vulcan victory, but he's going to have to do it pretty quick. The obstacles really are the other cars, and we've seen in this league people are very, very respectful of the fast guys. They either stick to their line or get well out of the way very quickly. That second rule applies when the fast guys are coming past them as lapped cars, but the respect is still there all the way through from these guys.
Yeah, it certainly is. We got a question from Chris Jackson. He says, "Are you boys turning any laps on the sim anymore, or planning on participating in any series, leagues, or enduros?" Well, we did do what did we do? Le Mans 24, didn't we?
Well,
we did, and Pete sort of rearranged the car. Sam's doing the Spa 24 today. We have been, or I've been dabbling with the GT4s, but I'm on a bit of a sabbatical at the moment, trying to get all this, all the league stuff sorted out, and the broadcasting. Pete's still doing it. Pete's also doing a bit of dirt racing as well.
I'm still enjoying my dirt officials and Indy Pro officials and GT4 officials, and I was unfortunate enough, I'll emphasise the in that statement, to do a GTE race in the IMSA Big Boy Series in the M8 BMW with Gary Craig, and I got an enormous amount of incidents from people just crashing into me all over the place, and lost so much SR that I don't think I'm going to do it anymore because my safety rating can't cope.
So it was real gentlemanly, huh, Pete?
Not at all. There were literally cars crashing, parked, and then stayed there in the middle of the track. It was just like, what are you doing? So, I won't be doing that one anymore, but the GT4s is still massively interesting to me. You get good fields in that as well. You get good fields in the Big Boy as well. But it was just carnage. So I don't think I'll involve myself in that. I'm good in the car, which is a weird thing for me to say, as you probably expect. I think I'm going to stick with Indy Pro, GT4 and dirt racing for the rest of this official season.
Bill has just upgraded his computer, so I'm sure he'll be back racing at some point. And my other big job at the moment is updating all of our team paints. Now Sam has taught me how to do chrome, metallic and matte, so I'm sort of chucking out new cars every day at the moment. Nice to see Marco Barbonera on the chat. Good evening, Marco.
Why aren't you racing?
That's a good question, that, Pete. We did tell him there's always a spot for him.
Yeah.
A target on the back of his car.
Yeah, and then we can talk about him for a change.
Yeah. You doing research, Marco?
Oh, that could be, yeah. A spy mission, maybe.
Yeah. So they did all this. So if we do the opposite, we'll be really good.
Seriously, good to have you on there, Marco.
Yeah, come and have a look how it shouldn't be done. Yeah, we got the same weather over here, Marco. It's like 178 in the shade at the moment.
Yeah, it really isn't. There's plenty of shade, but it's not that temperature in it.
You don't
we've
know.
sunshine.
Have you?
You don't know what hot is till you come where I live. Let me tell
Yeah,
you.
that's true.
Right, so we're into the last minute of the practice session, and then we will get our first reverse grid race of the season, even though it's only media day. And we will see just how well these fast guys cope with a slippery track and getting through the traffic.
Yeah, and this is going to be proper greasy as well because of the temperature. 108 degrees. It's only going to rise because it doesn't stop on iRace until about the 2 in the afternoon time. Maybe even 3 in the afternoon, and it starts diving down in temperature from there. I think you're going to... Well, you've got 10 people who've done some practice laps on it, and then 5 people who are uber confident that they don't need to. So Mike Frost, Jamie Wilson, Marco Namela, Adam Wright and Lane O'Connor, they're uber confident.
Do you reckon anybody's practiced at night?
Are we going to do that, are we?
I don't know. Let's have a vote, shall we, on the chat?
Yeah, let's do it. It was funny
What
last
shall
time.
we make the last race? Shall we make it a sunset, which will go into darkness, or shall we just have a late afternoon race? We'll leave it up to the viewers.
Right
Okay, guys, the cars are gridding for race 2, 30-minute race.
And Pete, I'm sorry, you'll have to do the lineup again. I don't have that. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I do.
I'm waiting for Andrew Hoffman. Is he not in the session?
Shows Adam Wright on the poll.
He's
It
not,
does.
is he?
He's not in the session. Andrew Hoffman, who should be on pole, isn't in. Adam Wright is going to be your pole man. Marco Lowert in second. Mike Frost in third. Nikolai Bogotyrev in fourth. Ben Cullen in fifth. Ant Woodward in sixth. Seventh will be Jamie Wilson. Steve LaValle in eighth. Gary Croft in ninth. Richard Alsop in 10th. 11th, I'm not going to do anymore because we are
Right,
going green.
on. And we are green. So, Adam
Lord.
Wright leads them.
Whoa, slow start from Marco Lowert.
Yeah, got caught napping, I think, and he's being shuffled right to the back, unless that's intentional.
Mike Frost up there in second.
He is. That's wide, isn't it? That's
Three
very,
wide.
very wide. Who's that? Is that Ant?
That's Ant
No, that's
Woodward.
Gary Croft, I believe.
Oh, is it?
No, it's Ant.
Oh, yeah. Jamie Wilson's gone
Whoa.
off, followed by Lane.
Oh, hang on. There was an NQR car that off there.
And Ben Cullen, I believe, is the other one.
Yeah.
I think
we go.
that was Ant Woodward.
Yeah.
It was off in the dirt.
Oh, dear.
Uh-oh, that was a little
Yeah.
side flapper.
That was
Wayne Sanderson whacked into, who was that?
I don't know.
Gary Croft? Or Ant Woodward, I can't tell.
Ant Woodward.
Yeah.
Gary Croft is down there at the back as well.
Yes, he is.
So we've got a big gap in the field now, behind Tony Kloosterman. So caught up in that was Ben Cullen, Lane O'Connor, Jamie Wilson, Ant Woodward and Gary Croft. So a couple of NQR, a couple of NQR cars and Team Chimera XVR. And then up here at the front, Mike Frost is still holding on to 4th place at the moment. Adam Wright is leading. Nikolai Bogotyrev in second. Steve LaValle is in third. Mike Frost in fourth. Richard Alsop giving him some real attention. He's very fast around here. We know that from race 1. And then is Marco Namela, Wayne Sanderson, Nicole Foggy. Marco Lowert separates Tony Kloosterman from Nicole Foggy at the moment. And this is a real shuffle going on here, isn't it, Bill?
Yeah, I believe Nicole just passed Wayne Sanderson. He's behind Marco Namela right now.
Oh, he is, yes. Good spot. Mike looks
Let's
like
see,
a little
Mike
bit
Frost
in the
is still
cork.
hanging on to 4th.
Yeah, he's a bit of a cork in a bottle
Uh-oh.
at the moment.
Yes, he is.
He just stacked them all up. The tight right hand.
Oh, Mike!
Whoa!
I would love to see that again. Mike was about to spin, and
Yeah.
luckily there was another car there.
Somebody scratched his paint.
He's ended up straight and in the same position.
on driver's right.
Yeah.
Scratch. Damn.
Sam, you can only show the left-hand side of Mike's car now.
It was really pushing hard through there. Wow.
Yep, definitely. Look, this is a proper gaggle coming down here. This is funny. It's like when you watch teeny football, isn't it? And there's like 11 kids stood around the ball. Yeah, that's a bit of a banged up Richard Allsop, but he's helped out Mike Frost somewhere along the line, so thanks, Richard.
Kind of hindering Nicole Fox.
Oh dear.
Whoa.
Mike
He almost
came
got
out.
it.
Yeah,
Almost
Mike
got in
had,
the second
yeah, Mike had no speed coming out of the last turn. And got done by 3 cars on one straight. He's still in there fighting though, so good effort. Further forward, this is.
So
the top
Adam
3
Wright
together.
Yeah, Adam Wright is still in the lead on lap 3.
He's not getting away, that's for certain. Nikolai's giving him some real attention right now, and Steve Lavalley's there to mop up whatever's left.
And the Mailer and Foggy are lurking in the background.
Yeah, getting closer every minute.
Well, Marco Namela's not really in the background anymore. He's
No,
that quick.
pretty much on the back, isn't he?
Yeah. Is Tony having trouble getting past Mike Frost? Mike's good at putting defensive lines in. I don't know whether that damage is affecting his top speed. I think it must be somewhere along the line.
But Tony knows it's a 30-minute race.
Yes.
Exactly. I was
You know,
wondering if he's saving it a little bit.
Oh, he's wiggly going into there, isn't he, Mike? Good turn, though. He did well that time round. So here's some less damaged cars. Nikolai Bogotarev still in second, chasing Adam Wright, who's taking his bright gold car forward to the top spot still.
There's another.
Sorry.
There's another fella that's really improved. Nikolai.
Ooh.
But he got
Yeah.
a little wide, almost.
Yeah.
My words just then. Wow.
Yeah, he literally just caught that, didn't it, before it was curtains.
Yep.
Now Marco Nomella's right on Steve Lavalley's hind end there. Looking inside. Nope, not through there.
Look at Marco's line through there. It looks like he's on the ragged edge, and look how much he's pulled onto the back of that queue of cars. With Nicole Foggy right in his boot lid as well.
Yeah, Kloosterman's got past Frost in the background.
Okay.
Foggy's now on the back of this train.
Yeah, he's got Marco Namela right in front of him. Marco's left a little bit of a gap. He's gone defensive into that turn. And then what's going on here? That's Wayne and Richard.
Wayne and Richard Allsop, yeah.
They're pretty evenly matched. They've been together for a little bit here. Foggy's looking inside. We're on board with him.
Yep. I always hate overtaking people here.
Yeah, it's can Marco keep it round the outside and get the inside for this
Make it
corner? I
back
think
in.
he has, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah, look at that. Brilliant.
They're very evenly matched, these two, aren't they? Nicole's still kind of got the advantage here. Ooh. Because the next real turn is going to be a right-hander, but he's just dropped into line. And Marco's gone either defensive or aggressive. Oh, he's nudged.
I don't think he went defensive there. I think he knew he had too much speed.
Right, and he was trying to get out
he
of
was
the way.
trying not to hit anybody.
Yeah, oh, and a bit of side
Although he
box.
didn't try
Oh,
not to hit anybody there. That was, he's going to slow down and give him the race back. Well done, Marco.
Yeah, it was nice.
And this is what I was meaning before about the gentleman sportsmanship, etc., respectfulness that everybody's got for one another in the league at the moment, and very inclusive when it comes to new people joining the league as well.
For sure.
Ooh, that looks a bit wiggly, doesn't it, from Richard Allsop? But
yeah. I thought we were going to see the other side of the car there in a minute.
Yeah, and how come Jamie Wilson isn't behind Wayne Sanderson?
Yeah, well, the umbilical cord must have been temporarily cut there. Jamie Wilson's a lot further back. He was involved in that initial turn 2 excursion into the outback. Then they found some wallabies and kangaroos.
Oh.
Yeah, he's wiggly. That damage is really making his car a pig, isn't it?
That car is loose.
That's Tony Kloosterman on the back of that little train.
Yep, he's beginning to catch up.
Adam Wright still leads. Nikolai Bogotyrev is still in second.
And as part, does the 70% fuel cover the 30 laps, Clyde?
I would think so. Yes.
It's not a quick lap round here, is it?
No, they're 1 minute 30 laps, aren't they? So I don't think anybody's going to have to pit. I think they will have to for at least a little bit of fuel for the third 45-minute race.
Okay. Which is going to be what? Light or dark?
Nobody's said anything yet on the chat. Come on, people on the chat.
Well, I'm going to be utterly cruel to the drivers on in the race today and say I want to see it go to night. As fast as it did at Barber, that'll do me.
Valley, look. No,
Go on, Bill.
Oh, Jamie, where are you going?
Jamie's disappeared somewhere into another postcode.
Yeah.
He went off at turn 1.
He's got that back without hitting anything. That's a miracle. Nice work.
Mike Frost has disconnected.
Oh, that's a shame. I didn't
Looks
know
like Nicole Foggy's gotten back by Nikolai Bogotyrev.
Yeah, and he's now on the back of Adam Wright, who's still doing remarkably well. He's led, what, 6 laps of this now?
Yeah, I think fending off Foggy is going to be different to fending off Nikolai, though.
I reckon so, yeah.
No.
And only 2 cars back is Marco Namela.
Oh, I think he got into the back, Adam.
I was going to say, I'm
dear.
sure I just see him go sideways.
Yeah, you did. You weren't wrong. So Adam Wright shuffled to the back there pretty quickly.
That looked like contact to me.
Yeah, me too. I believe Nikolai got into the back of him.
Just before that, it was literally as we checked out, you just see him.
Oh,
right
it was,
there.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Nikolai. Bit of a concertina effect there.
Yeah, they were like Skittles there, weren't they?
They were. So here we go again. And this is the excitement that the reverse grid gives you.
Yeah.
Nicole's now given all those places back in order to position behind Adam Wright. So much respect to Nicole for that.
I was going to say to you guys, it looked like as soon as it happened, he was going to try and give the place back, but there was such a gaggle of cars behind him, he couldn't.
Yeah. Well, I think he slowed up too, and I think Nikolai kind of got in the back of him a little bit there.
Yep. And Tony Kloosterman's managed to stealth his way forward without me noticing. He's in 4th place. When did that happen?
What's going on back here?
Well, Jamie Wilson did a bit of outback recce, didn't he?
Yeah, landscaping, I saw him, yeah.
Yeah, doing the verge. Wayne Sanderson's car looks like it's very heavily dented on the...
yeah, there's a lot of cars have some damage.
Yeah.
So, people on the chat, you've got 18 minutes to decide. Do you want a late afternoon race or do you want a sunset race?
Sunsets are lovely around Phillip Island. I have no idea if they are.
And here I thought you were trying to be like romantic or something.
Oh yeah, that'll never happen.
There's a move.
I think it was more
Not
of a
gonna
threat.
work.
And he went really wide.
Wow.
That
Tony had
certainly
that
made,
four-wheel drifting. Oh.
yeah, that made Tony interested. So we've got one vote for late afternoon and one for sunset.
Right.
Here comes a fun little group right here.
I think the way that the late evening sun enhances the paint jobs on the cars should be taken into account for this. Not trying to influence the votes at all, but
Adam Wright was very wild there.
he certainly was. Himself and Nikolai, who is now in front of Tony Klusterman, or rather Tony Klusterman is now behind him. He's also suffering from, I think the term is diminished adhesion.
The sunset is now winning 2-1.
I think my job here is done.
Although Chris Jackson has gone the extra evil mile
Go on.
and said all night.
I didn't know that was an option, so if it is, then I'm with Chris.
Okay, we got Tony and Nicole side by side coming off the last corner
Yeah.
behind Nikolai.
I've got flashbacks to Tony and Johnny Brandon.
Yeah, we've seen how good Nicole is around the outside here.
I know. Look at that, it's like formation
How the
racing.
heck can he hold on to it like
I
that?
don't know, Bill. It's just unnatural.
Look
Oh,
at
it's
this, look
not
at
easy.
that.
Oh, hello. Tony's had to get out of that because there was no grip out there.
Nah, you get out there, you're done.
And I think Nicole had to back out because Nikolai was there as well.
Yeah. Tony looking inside.
It's a good line from Tony. He's going to do 2 here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I thought he was going
Nicole's
to get
bottled
Nikolai
up,
also.
isn't he?
He is, and Tony's going to try the out. Oh, there's no
Oh,
grip there,
whoa,
Tony.
he lost it.
Yeah, there's no grip out
I
there.
thought he was going to turn in earlier than that. He's obviously tried his luck on that one and pushed it a little too far.
What a brilliant battle.
I know, but look at the control of Tony Klusterman. He gets on the slippy stuff and he still managed to pull it back. If that was me, I'd be off in the tyre barriers.
Now, all this is letting Wayne Sanderson disappear up the road at the moment.
Really? Oh,
We
he is.
are halfway through the race.
You know, one interesting thing about Phillip Island is when you find a place inside like that and you think you got it made, the next corner is the opposite way and you lose everything that you gain.
Yeah, you get mugged, don't you? By
Yep.
the track, not by anybody else.
I think Nicole's got it done this time.
Yeah, and I think Tony's following.
Tony's coming.
Well,
Lots of
Can
overspeed.
Nikolai do the outside around the outside thing? No.
No, not this time. He might do the inside here, but Tony's carrying an awful lot of speed.
Nikolai is driving great, I'll tell you.
Yeah,
is.
Adam Wright's getting interested again.
Oh yeah, he's back in the action.
He's got a lot of talent, Adam Wright, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's new to the series. I think he did. He may have done one at the end of last season. Obviously, joined us in the officials.
He's an excellent addition, no doubt.
Oh yeah, he's got lots of capability. But you're right, Wayne Sanderson stretching his legs a little bit. Nearly 4 seconds over all these guys. Oh, and there's Jamie Wilson.
Yeah,
Behind Lane
Jamie and
O'Connor.
Lane.
Yeah, they've been together for quite a while, and Jamie's obviously been doing several excursions. Oh,
Whoop!
oh.
That looked a
Nudge
little
from
close.
Tony, I think.
I don't know whether he actually clocked him or not. Doesn't look like there's much damage, or if any damage, on the front of that NQR car. Here we go, Jamie on the inside of Lane. Lane's no mug, so he'll try and run him out onto the non-grippy stuff, but he's given best here by the look of
Okay, this is Marco Namela and Richard
Whoa!
Allstott. No,
Talk about
Stephen
shutting the
Valley, I
door.
apologise.
I guess maybe it was the angle, but that looked close.
It really was close. Yeah, he didn't give him any room there. And these two are still
Look
going
at
here.
that Lane O'Connor go. God. Aye, matey. Look at that.
Nice work.
That was well done. Wow.
Yeah, it was a great move that was by Johnny O'Connor.
It's a nice little battle they got going there.
There's a couple of really good battles going on at the moment,
Yeah,
Really?
and
These two
there's
are
still
switching
plenty of
places.
time left. Lane's car looks very, very loose.
It does.
It does.
But he's putting it in places which are very, very awkward as well. You know, just off the apex enough to be a deterrent.
Annoying.
Yeah, annoying. That's probably the better term.
Yeah.
See, I tried to tell you, old guys rule.
Yeah, it just proves that 90-year-olds can still race. That's how old Lane is, isn't it? 90?
I think he's 95 now.
See, right, okay. This is currently your closest battle, I think, on track.
Not quite, is it?
No.
We've got Tony Kloosterman and Nicole Foggy are really close. Nikolai and Adam Wright are really close.
Oh, yeah.
Or they was. They're not as close now. Richard Allsop has got on the back of Adam Wright by the looks of it.
Yes, he's caught him. And showing his nose. In his fairly dented car. So this is Nikolai Bogatyrov sticking with Tony Kloosterman.
Yeah.
And that's impressive.
So Foggy's pulled away a bit, and Nikolai's having a go.
Well, I thought Adam C. Wright was going to close in on him then, but
Yeah, I
he
think
got
he
the wrong
was-
line.
Yeah, he carried too much speed into that corner. It looked good until he got to the corner.
Yeah.
So
So
this
this
is Ben Cullen and Marco Lewert. Such a shame we can't see Ben's paint.
Yeah, RAF scheme.
Yeah, Ben is a serving member of the Royal Air Force. So hats off to Ben.
Absolutely.
We did have a chat the other day about my time in the Air Force, but I don't think Ben was born when I joined up, so...
Oh, no!
Oh,
That was Adam getting
Right, and who's that? Wayne Sanders?
really no traction
Richard
on his
Alston.
braking.
did he just lose that under braking?
Yep, he just
Well, yeah.
it snapped on him, and once this car goes, as we already know, there's no coming back from it. Yeah, just
No,
snapped
he-
across.
He got into him, yeah.
Yeah.
He's letting him go now to
Yeah.
exchange that position back. A little thank you on the brake pedal
Yeah.
from Richard.
Again, you know, we don't like to see the crashing, but we do like to see a redress of positions if there is a crash.
Yeah.
So, Jamie and Lane. Whoa!
That baby almost snapped loose.
Or is it Jamie and Johnny?
Yeah. If they stay together any longer, we're going to have to call them Jane.
Or Lame.
Lame. Oh, that's so much better than what I came up with. That's brilliant. Oh, dear.
And Woodward in the pits.
Hey? Oh, yeah.
Edward in the
What
pits.
happened?
His car was a bit battered from earlier, wasn't it? Oh, here we go. Oh no, his car wasn't battered. That's right, that was in the last race. Bit twitchy there. Bit of a straight on moment here. Spin. Rejoin. He's a long way back from the rest of the field. Bit of angry wheel spin.
A lot of shuddering there when he was stopping, I'll tell you.
Hmm. And then he boxes the car.
Toilet break.
Yeah, I reckon.
He wants to start from the front on the next race.
He won't do that. He won't be on the lead
There'll
lap.
be a lap down.
Oh, that's true. That's right. Uh-oh.
Whoa, synchronized. Oh.
Lane says, spin me, I will spin you. No, he's waiting for him.
Yeah. Yeah, and lets him go. So another sportsman-like effort there from
Good
Old
man,
O'Connor.
Lane.
Yeah, and what was it? Lame continues.
So Nicole Foggy has finally caught Wayne Sanderson.
Oof.
Whoops.
Yeah, he had to step out to the side there.
Now Wayne is most
Oh.
definitely somebody who knows how to place his car,
Yeah.
and we've just had it confirmed that Ant has gone to the loo.
That's brilliant. Is that Stacey?
Yes.
Yeah, good effort, Stacey. Thanks for that, ratting him out. So this is an XVR exchange, this, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So these guys are going to know each other and their lines very well.
See, if Stacey hadn't have been there, Ant would have gave us some story in an interview that water buffalo climbed in through his bedroom window and he had to wrestle it and get it out the front door whilst wearing a mankini or something like that.
Yeah, and
But now we've got an insider there. We know the truth.
holding a leak in both hands while he's doing it.
Yeah. Especially in this circumstance.
Look at that foggy.
round the outside. Is he going to keep that? He will, won't he? Because he's got loads of overspeed.
Wow.
What is that about?
Does that make Nicole a Buffalo girl?
I'm sorry, what?
Makes Nicole.
Wonder
makes
if
Nicole
anybody gets that.
a buffalo.
Yeah, don't Buffalo girls go round the outside?
I
Round
thought
the
they-
outside, round the outside.
Oh dear, you've tapped into something just wild. The silence that followed that should tell you everything you need to know about it.
Hello.
Somebody on the chat will remember it.
Hello.
I remember it. I wouldn't admit to knowing that.
I can't even remember what song it was, but never mind. Back to the race. We've got just over 4 minutes to go. Nicole Foggy leads Wayne Sanderson, who in turn leads Tony Kloosterman. Nikolai Bogotyrev is in 4th and Marco Nemela in 5th.
Marco is pushing very hard to get by Nikolai at this point.
Yeah, the lane battle carries on as well. So Andrew Hoffman will be back for race 3. I need Kate.
I need to do an Ant Woodward.
Oh!
Whoops.
Well done, Marco.
Yeah. Very good car control.
Yeah, and I think he backed out instead of nailing him too.
Yeah. Very much.
that corner's tighter than you think, isn't it? And if you being the car in front, if you lose visuals of that car behind, you just turn in thinking it's clear.
Yep.
You'd need 6 screens, wouldn't you, to know that there was anybody there?
Yeah.
Oh, it's wild
Well,
coming around there,
He is pushing hard.
isn't he?
Whoa, Nikolai, hang on to it, baby.
Yeah, he's got no rear grip now, has he?
Yeah, he's kind of lost it.
Yep. He's done well to stay in the position he's in there. All the people in front of him now have passed him from the back, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I do. I'm impressed with his drive today. He's done really well.
Yep, he was good in the previous race as well.
Yes, he was.
So Marco's got 2 minutes left to try and make this pass on Nikolai.
Yeah.
Conversely, Nikolai has got 2 minutes to defend.
I think Marco's losing his traction at the minute as well. He was very squirrely.
I agree with you, Pete. Coming off that corner, he was fishtailing a little bit.
Yep, somebody locking up in front.
Well, would you believe the track is up
Tony?
to 112 degrees?
Wow.
Yeah, Marco's kind of swervy right now.
Yep.
Yeah, they both are, aren't they? Well,
Yeah.
I think all the cars are losing the rear tyres now.
Yeah, and Tony locked up into the tight right-hander before, which shows that it's got like no adhesion in the hot temperatures.
Bless you, Clyde. Was that a sneeze back there?
No, that was just a cough.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bless you anyway, my son. On board with Marco. Let's see what his throttle control's like. He sounds like he's walking on eggs on that throttle, I'll tell you.
Yeah, it's very
Boy,
sensitive.
he's
Isn't it?
changing now. Look at this.
He's got lots of overspeed, but he's on the wrong side for the corner. But we've seen Nicole do the outside manoeuvre a few times.
Oh,
That's
nice
done
move.
very well. That's excellent.
Really a great pass. Bet that
Now.
even surprised Nikolai.
And how long's he now got to track down Tony Kloosterman?
It's the last lap, I think.
Is it?
It
Right.
is, yes, it is the last lap.
Unless Tony does something squirrely, I don't think he'll catch him.
So this is Nicole Foggy. Oh no, camera's changed very quickly.
Lane O'Connor?
Yeah, squirreling all over the place.
Jamie Wilson.
Trying to chase down Jamie here.
Ooh, Richard Allsop.
Richard Allsop off the road.
What happened to Richard? He's on his own.
One tyre off.
Yeah.
In the braking zone to get your rear tire off.
Good job that escape road was there and not a wall.
Yeah. Or the invisible barrier.
So here we have our race 2 winner, Nicole Foggy.
Nicole, again, good job.
Yeah, Wayne Sanderson comes home second.
Good drive, Wayne.
Tony Kloosterman comes home third.
Excellent.
Marco Nemela fourth, and Nikolai Bogotyrev fifth.
Steve LaValle was next, I believe.
He was, yeah. Steve LaValle got it back in 6th, and then there's a massive gap to Adam Wright, and then is that Richard Allsop,
Yes, it
Jamie
is.
Wilson, and Lane O'Connor.
Lane O'Connor.
And then there's an acre of track before Marco Lowett crosses the line. In 11th, Ben Cullen's out there somewhere.
I believe they're coming now. Here they come.
There's Gary Croft, a lap down.
Ben Cullen,
but-
yep.
Yeah. So well done to all that managed to finish. And Woodward will be feeling much relieved in more ways than one. And
Terrible.
it was, wasn't it? But it was better than your analogy / joke / whatever the hell that was that you tried. And Mike Frost, of course, that disconnected.
I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything, Stacy, but that was too much information you gave these two guys over here.
Yeah, that's going to go on for a while, isn't it, Clyde?
So, reverse grid didn't seem to make that much difference in that race.
No, it kind of shuffled forward, didn't it? Again, there was enough laps in that to make the I hate the term generally, but the cream rise to the top. Nicole Foggy making his way through in very professional fashion. So much sportsmanship shown in this race. There's been a lot of incidents because the track's just melting tyres. But where there was car contact, the positions were redressed. So that's exactly what you want in a successful racing community.
Yeah, that is definitely good to see.
And considering that Nicole Foggy won, he had a redress one time, and he fell back like 5 or 6 positions and still ended up winning. So pretty decent.
Yep, absolute supreme performance there. And I think what we're seeing here between these four is going to go on season long. And I think if you chuck Johnny Brandon into that mix as well, and depending on who else either returns to us or gets attracted by the league, I think the top end of this season is going to be a real scrap.
Yeah, I think you're right. But now it is time to hand over to Chief Wheelie Spinner. There's only 12 cars available for this reverse grid. So it could be a full. It's a full.
Oh, it's full.
I think that puts Ben Cullen on pole.
It does, yes. He was the last of the lead cars to finish. I'm just going to go and take an Ant Woodward. won't be long. Talk amongst yourselves, guys.
Right, Bill. So,
yes, I'm here.
Race 3 is going to be a sunset race, 45 minutes long.
Now, is that going to require a pit stop? I believe it is, isn't
it? I think so.
I would think pretty close.
It's going to be. I think it will be fuel stop or fuel save.
Yeah, it's now. See, if Mike Talianchich hadn't gone to sleep and left us, he could probably go nonstop.
Most definitely, yeah, without saving in his hybrid car.
And Marco Normella, if he's doing have his figures running around right now, he'll probably run about 5 laps and top it off and go the rest of the way.
Yeah, so we're going to have the fast guys starting at the back again. They've got a bit longer, so they can have a bit more patience getting through. But obviously, the light is going to fade, and we've seen before. What happens to drivers, to tracks, to cars once the light has gone and your braking points change and your turning points change. It just makes it so much easier to make a mistake.
You're absolutely correct. It's just like rain, the situation changes, so anything's possible. Not Tony and Nicole and Marco very seldom make mistakes, but they can make mistakes. So it can happen. It can be very interesting.
Yeah, and we obviously, we've also seen a bit of door banging at the start of races. So I think that's I'm going to say, well, it's a bit of both. It's skill and luck.
Absolutely.
You've got to have both to get through those opening laps when you're a fast guy trying to come through the field. After a couple of laps, things tend to string out a little bit. Cars get into single file and you can sort of pick and choose your overtaking opportunities. But like I say, there's a hell of a lot of talent involved in racing from the back, but I believe there's an equal amount of luck as well.
Yep. You have, along with that great skill, you got to have the luck go or the brakes or the luck or whatever you want to call it go your way as well.
Do we need to mention Racetech at this point, Clyde, in between the races?
We can do.
Yeah. Do you want to? You know
We
more
just
about
did.
it than me. Oh, did you?
No, so yeah, I personally, and I'm sure everybody in the league would agree, would like to thank Racetech for their continuing sponsorship. They are a big name in real race car seats and seat belts, and to be honest, they do a little bit of everything. They've just branched out into the sim rig market, and their sim rigs are looking very, very good at the moment. They're continually making adjustments to them. So pop over to racetech.com and check them out. Check out what they do, and anybody watching who does real life racing, if you need your stuff, get over there and mention our name and they'll double the price. So session has launched, guys, just so you know. We've got a beautiful sunset in Melbourne, Australia. Lovely orange sky. Track temperature is down to 67 degrees.
Wow, look at the sunset.
These guys are not going to know what grip has hit them.
Yeah, I have to kind of say what Clyde mentioned about sponsorship. Sponsorship's a difficult thing, and we really thank Racetech a tremendous amount for the help they give us. It certainly helps make the wheels turn. So we really appreciate it, Charlie.
Who's Charlie?
Isn't he the head honcho?
David.
I'm sorry, David. Excuse me, David. I bet. Well, maybe somebody's called you Charlie.
Pete's disease, I think.
Why do I think it's Charlie? Huh? I don't know. Sorry, man.
Make them up. That's what I do.
So, guys, again, are in a 10-minute practice session, which we're almost halfway through. And then we have a 45-minute race, which is going to go into darkness.
Someone's stapling letters in the background.
No, I am busy answering messages on the chat.
Right.
What a guy.
As nobody else takes any notice of it.
No, I don't really know.
There's a question from Stacey. Just out of interest, how much is a basic setup that these guys use to race?
Well, mine's about as basic as you can get, I think, isn't it? So, in terms of expense as in cost, I'm guessing, yeah?
Yeah.
So, my wheel and pedal set cost about £200. I've got 3 monitors. I've got a computer that's far more powerful than the iRacing service requires right now, and is VR ready. And I have got a VR headset. I just don't use it, and Clyde gives me grief about that. So probably about £2,000 for mine, I'd say, maybe £3,000 with all the bits and whistles attached to it. Now let's talk about yours, Clyde.
I'd rather not, because the wife might be listening. Mine cost me £7.48 all in. But no, you can start cheap. one of your most important things is obviously a PC to run the software. But you can pick up steering wheels and pedals dirt cheap, even brand new. You can pick them up for 120, 130 pounds, or second hand, from eBay and places like that. You can start on a single screen, you can go to 3 screens, you can go to virtual reality. It's entirely up to you. And then, from there, the world is your oyster. You can spend thousands of pounds on a rig, thousands of pounds on pedals, steering wheels. There's button boxes. There's absolutely everything you can think of. Headsets that you can spend money on. So yeah, it just depends on how much you want to spend. I think most people start off cheap and just slowly build their gear up and take it from there.
Yeah, I kind of have to, it's I guess the way I look at it, it's like any other hobby. You can start very basic, or you can start, the sky's the limit. And just like Clyde and Pete have both mentioned, you start out very basic, and then you add to it if you decide to continue. And, you can be just as fine a racer or have as much fun with a $200 steering wheel as you can a force feedback, direct drive, $1,500 wheel. So, whatever you feel you can afford and enjoy, that's the main key right there.
Yeah, we used to race with a chap called Solomon.
Oh, God.
And he used to race. I don't know what wheel he had, to be fair, but I don't think it was expensive. And he used to race on a laptop.
Yeah.
And he was brilliant.
And people start on kitchen chairs or office chairs and things like that. We've all been there and done it.
I'm still there. I don't know what you're on about.
Exactly.
There's a guy who does really, really well in the iRacing NASCAR series called Racetech. And up to a couple of years, or up to about 3 years ago, I know he used to use a bog standard DFGT wheel.
I've still got one of them in the wardrobe behind me.
So yeah, it's not usually. I think to get started, you're better off with basic anyway. It's when you get to the top of the tree where equipment can make the difference. The latest thing is direct drive wheels that people are spending a fortune on. And if you speak to the faster guys, they'll tell you, there's an extra tenth or two there because the steering feeling is that much better. So, for my talent level, I'd probably do all right on a game controller or a joystick.
I've seen the odd person on official racing where you can just tell that they are using a game controller.
That is
so erratic.
That is one of my favourite wind-ups when starting an official race. Just put on the chat, apologies, but one of the buttons is stuck down on my gamepad. And everybody in the field craps themselves.
Either that or they disconnect.
I'm going to do that tomorrow. Because that's brilliant. That's one of the best things I've ever heard.
That is that's so funny. Right, so the cars are gridding, guys. The headlights are on. The sun is setting. The track is cool. The grip level is high.
So Ben Cullen will lead the field away. Marco Lower will be second. Lane O'Connor will be third. Jamie Wilson will be fourth. Richard Alsop fifth. Sixth will be Adam Wright. Seventh will be Steve LaValle. Nikolai Bogotyrev in eighth. Marco Nemela in 9th, Tony Klusterman in 10th, Wayne Sanderson in 11th, Nicole Foggy just joined the grid in 12th, 13th will be Gary Croft, Ant Woodward will be 14th, and Andrew Hoffman's back in, get in, in 15th.
And green we flag. Are green. Whoa!
Wow. Look at Lane shooting the gap there, holy mackerel.
That was super impressive.
Wow.
How did he do that?
I don't know.
Old men rule. All right, Lane.
The best start I've ever seen, or
Johnny
he'll
Brandon
be
really
going into the pits at the end of this lap.
for a jump start. Oh!
Whoop, uh-oh.
Gary Andrew Hoffman's out there
Andrew
because
Hoffman.
he was trying to avoid it.
And it looks like Ben Cullen, too, I believe.
Yeah. Ben Cullen, definitely, Bill. Yeah. So Lane O'Connor leads the field away. Jamie Wilson in second at the moment.
Oh, is that on two wheels?
I know, but there's three wide
Tony,
through there.
is that Tony off?
Steve Lavalley, that was on two wheels.
Yeah.
There's an NQR car off there.
I think that's
which is
Tony.
Yep. You were both right. There's damage to one of those cars in that little mix there. Steve Lavalley, I think it is.
There's two.
Oh, and
that was I was going to say there's two just come together there. I think that was Ant Woodward and Nicole Foggy.
Yep, they did, side to side.
I expected to see one of them spear off, but they both did well there.
That's good. Managed to hold it. Wayne Sanderson getting a bit racy behind Ant.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be involved in any paint scraping. Jamie Wilson's right on Lane's bumper.
He is, but like we said before, Lane can make his car unbelievably wide when he wants to.
So I think that was an awesome start from Lane.
Yeah? Good effort.
He absolutely nailed it.
And he's going to get this back in a second. He's forcing Jamie out wide here.
And there's going to be a battle right down into the next corner.
Yeah, and this is a drag
race.
Which
I believe is...
Sorry, go on. So everyone's gone uber defensive. That's a car going wide there. That's Adam Wright.
They're all stacking up behind, aren't they?
They are. Around about Adam Wright's position, there's a bit of contact there.
Wow,
Marco.
He kind of muscled his way through Siberia there, I'll tell you.
Yeah, he's not taking any prisoners at the moment, is he?
No, he wants to get to the front good and quick. He knows that Foggy and Tony are behind him somewhere.
Yeah, Tony's quite a way back, isn't he, after his
you wouldn't
disappeared out on the grass.
You probably wouldn't know that off your relative though, would you? Especially when there's this gaggle of cars coming through.
Well, I'll tell you, Foggy pours through Lukey Heights on the outside like it's pure Velcro. I can't believe he can hang on out there.
Velcro corners.
Oh my God!
He's using that all season now, Bill.
Richard Allsop is getting really interested in Adam Wright, but he's also got to defend from Nicole Foggy.
Wayne Sanderson by Richard Lavalley.
Is that Pete again?
What?
Richard Lavalley.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry.
Welcome to the.
We're all at it. We're all at it.
Welcome to the Spoonerism Championships of iRacing.
Clyde, is that because I've been working with Pete too long? Or
I
what?
think so, mate.
All right.
So Marco has just got past Marco.
Yeah. Johnny Brun, Nicole Foggy. I was thinking of doing that on purpose later, but is muscling his way through there on, is that Richard Allsop?
Get it.
Cheers. How is he hanging it around the outside there?
That's really slick out there.
Yeah, he's finding grip, isn't he, around the outside that others can't seem to find.
Yeah, he's still not managed to get this done yet, though.
Boy, I'll tell you, Richard's putting up a heck of a battle.
He really is. Oh, he's done it now. But that went on for a very long time.
That was not easy. Richard certainly didn't lie down for that pass.
No way. Wayne Sanderson in the slipstream of Nikolai Bogatiro.
Doesn't seem to be catching him though.
No.
Maybe a little bit.
Nikolai's car's perfectly clean at the minute. I've just cursed him, of course. But that might be the difference on a 45-minute race if you can get around with no damage.
Could be. I think you're right though, Pete, with a lot of these changes they have now, even though you get that damage, before nothing would ever happen, but boy, you can see the difference now.
Oh yeah, big time. You can feel the difference in the race.
Yep.
when you're racing as well.
Yeah, we still haven't got the new damage model, have we, on these cars?
No, and the cars that I'm racing in officials at the minute do have it, and the slightest of touches, honestly, you wouldn't believe it. Sometimes there's no visible damage on the outside of the car, but it feels like you're driving some sort of farm machinery rather than a race car. It's crazy. Oh, that's a good dive, isn't it? Wow, Nicole Foggy. Nice move, and he's made it stick, and he's going to take another position if he's
I'm telling you.
sticking it down. What is the term you use, Clyde? Picking them up and putting them down?
Certainly is.
Here he goes on Adam Wright.
And you can't defend this corner from Foggy.
It's weird.
Because if you defend, he'll just drive around the outside of you.
Like this.
If you take the racing line, he'll just put it up the inside.
Yeah.
Now, Clyde, when you tried that, you were off track, right?
Yes, yes.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, I'm halfway to New Zealand when I try that one.
Ooh,
Whoa!
That was a hip check.
it was.
Gary
Cullen.
Croft.
Yeah. Forceful move.
Ben Cullen got a little a little tap there.
I don't know whether there was any contact though. Was there?
I thought it was kind of a side to side. Maybe not.
Be nice to see that again if we could, but obviously if there's nothing on the event tracker, then you won't see it. Oh, is this it?
Right, so this is it.
Oh, he's off
Ben's
track
out
right
on the grass.
That slows him right down. Then, is it Gary, did you say?
Yeah, Gary's
here he
got
comes.
a big overspeed on him.
And then Ben stays wide. Oh,
The slightest
that
tap, I
was,
think.
yeah, it was something and nothing, wasn't it?
it was, yeah.
Not much. Yeah.
Right, here we go. Steve LaValle, is that getting underneath Ant Woodward? Or no, maybe Ant Woodward going around the outside, hard to tell really.
I don't think that's
Yeah,
Oh,
happened.
that's
my
Woodward,
buddy
isn't it?
Not with a Canadian flag on the
I
back.
didn't notice that. My IQ level dropped significantly there.
I think that was
Buddy
Tony
Richard
Kloosterman
LaValle's
going
fighting it
around.
out there.
Yeah, so that was Tony Kloosterman going around Richard LaValle.
Yeah.
Thanks for humoring me, Clyde.
I'm just trying to make it sound to the viewers like you didn't make a mistake.
I appreciate that. Thanks.
That's an impressive bit of braking from Tony Kloosterman there. He managed to start his braking zone about an inch before the corner.
The corner they just went through after all this time being on the air, I gotta tell you, I don't like that corner.
No?
That real tight right-hander with 52 cars trying to squeeze through there.
Yeah. Once again, we've got a race with action all over the track.
Yeah. Not even dark yet either.
I know.
Yeah, nearly 10 minutes in, so there's plenty of time left to run.
Yep, Steve LaValle wants a bit of Marco Lower. Adam Wright has got Richard Allsop behind him, and we know Richard's super quick, don't we? So
Yeah, it's a good battle right there between those two.
yeah, he's gone to the outside. He's going to try the Nicole Foggy line. Oh, he's very close to the edge there.
See, now that's what happens to me.
Yeah.
Well, apart from
Exactly.
I would be on the grass.
Well, yeah, and then other mortals would probably say the same thing, and then Nicole Foggy rocks up.
With Grip Hack version 2.
Yeah. The ultimate grip. He's got Bostic on his tyres. That was Steve LaValle. Is he gone past? No, not yet. He will be doing now because that was a lot of wheel spin from
Yeah,
Marco
he
Lower.
got really
There we
low,
go.
loose there.
Yep.
Up, and we have Lane O'Connor being chased by Nicole Foggy.
Yeah, but we are 7 laps in and Lane is still in 3rd place. Jamie Wilson's still in first.
And he's got Marco Numella trying to chase him down.
I can't see Lame putting up too much of a fight with Nicole.
No. At the end of the day, it's teammate on teammate, isn't it?
Yeah, countryman on countryman, too.
Yeah.
Here he comes.
They are probably having a conversation now that nobody else can understand.
Yeah. But the word caber was used in it.
So Richard Allsop's still trying to get past Adam Wright, and Wayne Sanderson
Whoa.
is really interested in this battle now.
Yes.
They almost got together. Nice 3-car battle right there.
It is, yeah, it's fascinating. So that's Richard Allsop in the middle of that sandwich, isn't it?
I think
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I think Ant Woodward may have had trouble again.
You mean another potty break?
I think this might be an enforced one.
Oh, where's he
Oh,
going?
he disappeared.
Is he
Where'd
going to hit
go?
that?
No,
Whoops.
no. Where's the invisible wall
That's
gone?
not him. Where's that? Who's that?
No, that is Ant.
Oh,
And
goodness.
he's gone.
And he's
in
reset
the
to the
pits, I
pits and
believe.
disconnected.
Yeah,
Ah,
it's a shame.
it is.
Could have been a hardware failure.
He seemed to go. Well, he seemed to be carrying way more speed than he should have been, and then just went straight on.
Yeah. Could have just been angry Welshmen.
Also true.
Where's Stacey when you need her?
Yeah, Stacy and Abby, he's doing fine.
So Adam Wright is putting up a hell of a defence
He
there.
really is.
Yep. Jamie Wilson's now pretty much been caught by Marco Namela.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jamie
Adam
Wilson's
Wright.
really-
Defensive line into this corner.
Hey, Jamie Wilson's doing a hell of a job staying ahead of Marco Numella there.
Certainly is, yeah.
So that Nikolai and Tony Kloosterman are probably going to tag onto the back of this battle. Okay, we've got a no comment from Stacey. We'll take that as angry Welshman then.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, that's too bad.
Dirt being kicked up in the air there.
Yep. And Adam Wright maintains the position again.
Yeah, he's just putting his car in
Somebody's-
all the right places. Tony's disappeared. Where's Tony gone? Tony's gone
in
in.
the car. In the most dramatic of fashion, there's a few cars in there. Marco Namela's in.
Namela.
Right, here we go.
So that's what it was. It's
So the
Namela
Namela
effect.
effect.
When Marco goes in, everybody goes in.
I think Andrew Hoffman's in there as well, but I don't know whether that's for damage. He's on the in, so he's followed Marco in.
Yeah,
Same as Tony.
Nothing to say that Andrew's had any incidents. So,
No. Marco's out already, I think.
whoa.
Oh, these guys are just nose to tail now. Is Adam a bit of a cork in a bottle here, do you think? Or
I
not?
believe so, yes. I think
little
Richard
wide,
and
isn't
Wayne are, you know, on an open track quicker than him. But,
Right.
They can't get past him.
I think Wayne's hanging back a little bit right now to see what happens with these two guys.
Yeah.
Looks like it's getting a little dicey up front there.
Yeah, Wayne would be better off pitting.
He may get by two guys without any effort at all.
Are these guys going to take tyres for a 45-minute race, do we think? On a cold track?
It really depends on how much fuel they're going to take, Pete, I think.
Yeah. Oh,
Ah, the
and
Wayne's pitting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wayne's
and-
listening.
anybody in front of him on pit road? No, he's the only one, I think.
Adam Wright is doing a bang-up job. I got to tell you, he's doing a great job.
He is. There's Nicole Foggy carrying on. Oh, that's a car way out in the
Isn't that
sticks.
Jamie Wilson?
Is it?
I don't know.
It is?
Yeah, Jamie Wilson has gone
He
from first
missed
to
it.
5th to 6th.
Like he missed that corner completely.
Yeah. Is that the visibility from the night time?
I don't know.
Should I be apologising for promoting a twilight race? One thing I like about this car, above all the others at the night, is you see that night light inside the car. I don't know why I like that so much, but I do.
Oh, you
There
mean
you
that
go.
glow, huh?
Yeah, the purple night light. It's the little things. They amuse me.
Listen to those tires fighting on that car. Wow.
Yeah. And still he can't get past Adam Wright.
Whoa.
Or can he? Or can he?
No.
He's on the wrong side, isn't he? Is there going to be pit stops here, or are they going round again? I think that's round again, isn't it?
What a view that is. Wow.
Well, if you was Adam, you would just keep going whilst Richard is behind you. The minute Richard pits or Richard gets past, that's your cue to pit.
Yeah.
Yep. Marco Lowett appears to be in the pits, or entering pit lane.
Uh-oh.
That's on the inside, but he's got no. Oh,
Whoa.
dear. Ooh,
That was
dear,
that was almost a collision.
He had to back out then.
Yeah.
One of these two pits, we need to see whether they come out behind Wayne Sanderson. Now, Wayne has got clear track, albeit he's got Tony Kloosterman up his chuff.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it says that he's only got 3/10 on Tony at the minute. Marco Namela is a bit down the road from both of them.
So we've got a Scotland 1-2.
Oh, and
Nikolai.
Yep, Nikolai's peeled off, and somebody else behind him, Steve. I think it is Steve Lavallee.
Richard.
Richard Lavallee. Is that one of Bill's from before? Is it?
Yeah.
Right.
His teammate Steve Warmingham, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. Got it.
So leaders carrying on onto lap 13.
And the light is dropping quickly now, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And I was wondering whether Jamie's incident was because he couldn't see the track edges.
I don't know. It was a strange off.
Yeah, it was.
He might have had a connection error or something. You never know.
Yeah, because looking at this, the visibility isn't bad yet.
No.
I think it's worse in car.
Well, we're on board now.
Yeah, I just think you get less light when you're actually in the car,
Yeah.
Right.
rather than viewing from inside the car.
Working on a crossover. Look at that.
Yeah, he's always going to be on the wrong side. For the
I
next-
know.
I think- Yeah, he's tried everything, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now he's trying something
Oh,
new.
you're going in the pits now.
Look at how
Richard
these
Alsop
guys,
heading for the
guys take
pits.
that pit lane.
Yeah. Let's see where Richard comes out in relation to Wayne Sanderson.
Wayne. Yeah.
Because if he comes out behind, then the undercut has worked. Bear in mind, Wayne was behind Richard.
But Richard's been, in inverted commas, stuck behind Adam Wright for, well, the last 3 hours.
So 20 minutes in, so we're not even halfway yet.
Richard Allsop is going to be miles behind Wayne Sanderson.
Yeah.
And has dropped behind. Oh, I don't know whether Nikolai's pitted already.
I think he has.
I think he has as well.
I think it's only the top 6 that haven't pitted.
So Richard's dropped quite a long way back now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Marco Nemela's just passed Ben Cullen on track as far as I can work out.
He has, yes.
And is making his way forward still.
And Richard's being held up, I believe, by Nikolai Bogatrov.
Yes, and Nikolai's proven that he's a very good, clean racer in the previous 2 races. So I expect that's going to be a bit of a challenge. There's Adam Wright finally in.
Yeah, this is all going to be when Nicole pits. Where does he come out in relation to Marco Nemela now?
Yeah, very much so.
So if you hear any slurping, my coffee's been delivered. I'm not sure if Nikolai's really holding up, Richard. Nikolai's sailing along pretty good.
Yeah, I think Nikolai's got pace around here, definitely.
He sure does.
Yep. There's a lot of dust up in the air just then.
Sure was.
Who's
Steve
with
LaValle
that?
seems to have stretched away from Nikolai a little bit.
Yep. Richard's now right onto Nikolai's boot lid. Now what's he going to do here? Can't go around the outside there,
Wow.
can you?
If he can, he's got the inside for the next one.
Yeah,
He might have it.
I think he's done him.
Yeah.
He's got a good
Yeah.
job.
That was well
move.
thought out.
Oh,
that.
hang on.
Oh.
Oh,
Right,
Nikolai fighting back.
Foggy and Lame are in the pits.
Jamie Wilson now leads our race.
Okay, it appears that Richard Alsop has finally cleared Nikolai Bogatyrev, excuse me.
I'm just watching. Nicole's on his way out of the pits.
And he's out ahead, I think, of
He
Marco
is, but
Nemela.
there's not much in it. That's the gap on your screen.
Wow, that's very close.
So whilst it wasn't a full undercut, it certainly clubbed away at the gap, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
There's only the top 2 that haven't pitted now, so that is effectively the race for P1. Lane didn't fare so well. He's
Yeah.
come out behind the Allsop LaValle battle.
Yep.
Yeah, he's dropped quite a lot, hasn't he? He was right up there at the beginning. And is that just because he's left it too long to pit? Do we think?
I don't know. His pit stop time is equivalent to everybody else.
Right.
So it could have just been the a difference with the in-lap, maybe.
Gary Croft now is in.
It's not an easy pit lane. It's
No.
one of them that looks like it's a lot faster than it actually is, and
It's
then
only-
throw in
sorry.
the darkness.
It's only as wide as your car as well, really.
Yes,
And that's very tricky.
yeah, you see a lot of cars throwing up the dust on
Yeah.
that pit lane.
And I think that leads to a lot of dangerous pit entry penalties. Roll, long
Steve
break.
LaValle's off the road.
Yep, they've gone straight on there.
He didn't hit anything. Nobody hit him. Just
Look at it when the light disappears. Multiple
wow,
cars.
it is pitch black behind him. Look at that.
Sorry.
Wow. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
nothing to see there. Not a great deal to see there either. So yeah, now I think we can say that it's night time.
It's really hard to see your marks and stuff in this, at night like that.
Yeah, especially for someone like Clyde who makes his brake markers a shadow on the track.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
Oh, that was so funny.
Okay, we've lost Gary Croft as well.
Oh no. Well, that's odd because he was doing all right, wasn't he?
Yeah. There's 2 XVR guys going. No, I'm sorry. Never Quit Racing guys going.
Yep. 2 NQRs, yeah. So, Nicole, has he pulled out a few seconds?
Yeah, I think he
Marker?
has. Yeah, it was a lot closer than 3 seconds the last time we looked at it. A nice on board with our leader.
He's not fighting that wheel too much, is he? He's very smooth.
Yeah, it's deceptive, isn't it, with Foggy? When you're inside the car, everything looks smooth and under control.
Yep.
But then when you look outside the car, sometimes it's all over the place.
Yeah. Short shifting around that
Yeah,
corner.
definitely a short shift there.
Yeah, to prevent wheel spin.
Yeah.
He also had a slightly shorter pit stop than everybody else.
When you say slightly shorter.
As in, he wouldn't have put as much fuel in as other people did.
We've seen him come up
As
dry
in-
at the line, haven't we?
We've seen him cough and splurt and lose a win on the last corner before.
Yeah, Watkins Glen.
So Jamie Wilson's in the pits now. In reality, he was in first place at that point, right?
He
Correct.
was, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He's
But
about,
that's
But
gone now.
he's going to drop down a bit now.
Yep.
yeah. He was
Yeah,
at one
he
time
is.
fighting with Lane, wasn't he? So somewhere around Lane
Correct.
O'Connor, Nikolai will be where he should pop out.
Now, if
And
my
you are so
my timing screen's not lying, Wayne Sanderson has took a chunk out of Marco Namela.
Oh. Well, that'd be odd.
that
That'd be a
correct?
mistake. Then,
No,
surely.
no, that's the timing screen. Sorry,
Right.
it's
Okay.
sorted itself out now.
Yeah. So Jamie has come out right behind Nikolai. Like
I
on his,
see him. Yep.
yeah, on his boot lid. He's got a lot of grip by the look of things. Maybe
And
times
Lane's-
were put on.
And Lane's just up ahead of him, actually.
Yep.
Good catch, Pete. You're absolutely correct. That's where
Yeah.
he came back out.
Yeah. And I think Clyde's going to be right. The Lamey, or whatever we call them, battle is going to carry on right to the very end.
It's back on, isn't it?
He's how many seconds behind? 2.
Yeah, about 3, just over 3 in total.
Yeah.
No, it is 2 seconds. Sorry, I thought Lane was behind, but he's not. He's in front.
Yeah, so Nicole seems to have forged himself nearly 6 seconds as a lead now. So I think that Marco has had some sort of issue.
Yeah,
There's a lot of tyre smoke.
I think maybe with Marco, I don't know for definite, but we know he's suffering with
Ooh,
a
sorry.
knee injury.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It might be in a bit of pain by now. Not trying to make excuses for him, but
No,
I've
it
been
makes
there
sense.
and done that.
What, made an excuse for yourself?
I've made excuses for everybody. So Jamie is catching lane.
Yeah.
Tony's on the back end of who was that? Wayne Sanderson.
He is. And this is for 3rd place.
Yeah, this is for a step of the podium. Well, Wayne has got good pace.
He certainly does.
Yeah, he's been really right up there quite a lot in recent races.
And even, in all due respect, even before he joined XVR this year, he was pretty quick then, too.
Yeah, because he spent most of last season either looking in his rearview mirror at Jamie Wilson's car or looking at the back of Jamie Wilson's car.
Yeah, no kidding.
And Jamie's no slouch.
Those were some epic battles between the two of those guys.
They were great.
Absolutely.
I think Wayne's slowest race was his first one, which I think may have been at Belle Isle, because he was that slow I punted him out of the way.
Well, now we have...
yeah, here we go again.
The Silver Dust twins.
On now.
Lane O'Connor and Jamie Wilson.
Oh,
Lane! Oh goodness!
That was like
that
horrible Red Arrows move.
I don't think there was any contact there.
Net code, maybe? I don't know.
I don't think
Or
there was
was it
anything
just
to do
the
with it.
downhill braking?
Yeah, I think it was on. Here he comes.
On his own.
Nah. Like he locked or something.
Yeah, if that was net code, it was awful.
It was like a 4-foot net code.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think they contacted really.
Mm-mm.
Tony getting ever close to Wayne Sanderson.
I think that's been a gap that sort of ebbed and flowed. When we have it where one driver's quicker on one part of the circuit and the other one's quicker on another.
True.
Tony's wagging the tail, which isn't going to help.
No. Just going to drive heat into the tyres and make it slippy. Has the track temperature dropped?
It is 67 degrees still.
Right. Yeah, and Tony's dropped off the back of him here a bit, hasn't he? Maybe he's regrouping on hot tyres.
Yeah, we've still got just over 11 minutes to go on the race. So, plenty of time.
And Nicole Foggy has fully stretched his legs now, hasn't he? Is that 10 seconds?
He's gone, yeah.
Yeah, he's checked out.
Yeah, we've got a couple of battles shaping up. Adam Wright, I think, has caught Lame O'Connor. Ben Cullen as well is not far off of Andrew Hoffman. Although saying that the timing screen has just changed, so ignore the last one.
Like 8 seconds there now, isn't there, or something?
Yeah, it was less than a second last time I looked.
Right.
I think Tony's rear tires are kind of giving him problems. He just had a big wiggle in Siberia there.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Not as big as that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you know what I think, Clyde? I think that the timing screen was right.
Yeah, it does look that way, doesn't it now?
Yeah.
Wow, what happened there?
I think he's just got on the gas too soon, and
he did really well not to touch that wall.
He did.
That's wide.
Hold
yeah.
on, Lane.
I don't know if that was intentional, but it looked really wide to me.
Sure did. He was on the edge. Whoa!
Oh!
little cross country there from Adam, right?
Yeah. He saved that well, though. Got a bit to do to catch up with Lane again now. These little puffs of dirt and smoke, they're constant, aren't they, around turn 1?
Yeah.
Whoa, straight through the DRS board.
Boy, I'll tell you, he held that pretty well considering.
Yep. What we got going on here now?
Looks like they're passing Steve LaValle.
Yeah, which is weird.
Yeah.
Steve LaValle was way up there.
What happened there? So there's Steve. Has he run out wide?
Oh, he has.
Oh, yeah.
He's way out there with the kangaroos and the wallabies.
Yeah.
Isn't he? Oh, and
Whoa!
Then back the other side.
Let's take the
Yeah.
other side of the road, yeah.
And then here come the other two
yeah.
as he's getting
Yeah.
back up to speed.
I wondered why they roared by him so fast. Now I know why.
Well, that'll make an interesting battle to the end.
It
Yes,
really
it will.
I think Tony's caught Wayne Sanderson again.
Yeah, it's just under a second in that battle at the moment. I think this might be the battle to the end. I think Lane might have lost a little bit of confidence with that spin that he had.
Where
Adam is certainly is just throwing it in at every opportunity. Steve LaValle will be driving angry because of his spin that he's just had.
Adam seems to be very consistent though, doesn't he? His car's not damaged. He's racing his own speed.
Yeah, he's in that nasty position though, where he wants past the car in front, and he knows he's got a fast car behind him. So where you would usually try.
Whoa! Lane just went
There
off.
you go. Yeah. So ignore that.
Oh, that is still Lane.
Adam was the meat in the sandwich till we started jinxing him there. Jinxing Lane, that is.
Yeah.
So can Adam pull away from Steve LaValle, or is that going to be a fight to the end?
Could be.
I don't know, but as I foretold, Tony's caught Wayne after managing his tyres, I think. So this one might be the one that now goes to the wire.
Well, these two have been together for a number of laps, haven't they? Since they come out of the pits, in fact.
They have. Tony had a bit of a moment, which I think cooked his tyres a bit, and he lost some ground, but he seems to have clawed it all back now.
Yeah, he did for a bit there. Up through Lukey Heights they come.
So, with just about 5 minutes to go, hopefully nothing happens. We'll have a rundown. So, Nicole Foggy currently leads by 12 seconds over Marco Nemela. Wayne Sanderson in third. Tony Kloosterman right behind him in fourth. Richard Alsop in fifth. Jamie Wilson sixth. And Nikolai Bogotyrev in seventh. Adam Wright is in 8th, Steve LaValle is in 9th, Liam O'Connor is in 10th, Marco Loert in 11th, Andrew Hoffman in 12th, and Ben Cullen in 13th is currently the last car running. The sky is now proper dark. The track is still at 67 degrees. I thought Wayne had lost it there on the way in.
It's a bit twitchy, isn't he?
Yeah. I don't think that camera angle helps either.
No, that's true.
Because they are actually turning there. It just looks a bit worse than it is. So here's that battle that we thought might develop with Steve Lavallee and Adam Wright. Although it was Adam Wright, wasn't it? Held up Wayne and somebody else for many, many laps with perfect car positioning.
Yeah, he's very, very capable. And like I said before, he's turning his own laps, if you know what I mean. He's not racing beyond his capability. And whilst he's not like massively high up the leaderboard, he's going to get a decent result.
And if this was a proper league race, that's the sort of thing that bags you points. And Steve Lavallee's having another moment.
Yeah.
He went off the road a little bit there.
So that could be the end of that battle.
Yeah, it was just drifted wide, and then been taken by the grass into the kitty litter a little bit and then pulled it back.
Yeah, it's like the grass says, "Come here."
Yeah.
So our closest battle now is going to be Tony and Wayne.
And it looks like Wayne's pulled out a little bit again.
If by magic we see him on the screen.
But yeah, you're right, Bill. Wayne's reacted and pulled away a little bit.
Nicole Foggy has got nearly 13 seconds now. I think this will be possibly the penultimate lap.
Whatever Tony's got in the locker for Wayne, he needs to bring it out of the locker right now, doesn't he?
That's for sure.
But I think the gap is growing slightly.
Nicole with brake discs glowing.
Yeah, it's a nice feature. That adds to the reality of the simulator, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So we need to think of a new weather condition to stop Foggy winning now.
You've tried night time, that's not worked.
No, hot and slippery didn't work.
No.
How about a different track than we're racing at?
Yeah. Just tell everybody else that we're racing at Spa.
Yeah. No taking it away from him. He is excellent, I'm telling you.
Yeah, so
here he comes.
Rides right, then this is the white flag.
A white flag, okay.
Yeah, time would have run out before he crosses the line again. You can see just how dark it is from that onboard shot. Will he run out of fuel?
Well,
oh God. He'd commit Harry Carey if that happened 2 times in a row. Oh wait a minute, that didn't happen to him. That was where did he run out of fuel? Canadian Motorsport. Yeah.
Was it CTMB? Was it?
Yeah. Yep.
Right.
The other night when I wasn't, last night when I wasn't with you guys, where were you?
Barber.
Race.
Was it? No, it wasn't Barber, was it? I don't even remember. I can't remember any of the answers for the quiz before this. What?
Where, Sam?
Silverstone.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Wow.
See the crossover he had on that wheel then. He's catching Ben Cullen here.
And he's still wringing the neck, and he's 14 seconds ahead on the last lap.
just doesn't know when to like ease off, does he? Although I've tried that easing off thing before, and I end up crashing.
Yeah, it doesn't always work. With a guy like Foggy, that'd probably be his undoing if he starts to pedal it.
And there we go, a whitewash there for Nickel Foggy.
Big wiggle.
A triple header.
Nickel Foggy comes home first. Marco Namela has come home second. Wayne Sanderson third. Tony Kloosterman fourth. Richard Alsop in fifth. Jamie Wilson sixth. And Nikolai Bogotyrev in seventh.
Good drive tonight from Nikolai.
Yeah, let's just see this battle through. No, Adam has done his job.
Steve Lavalle's done well to catch up there, hasn't he? Because he was way off the track.
Yeah, twice.
Twice. Yeah.
Yep.
Man, is this? So Lane O'Connor must have finished in 10th.
Yeah.
And then Marco Lower, you're watching across the line in 11th. And somewhere in the distance will be Andrew Hoffman to cross the line in 12th. And then Ben Cullen, of course, had a full lap just in front of Nicole Foggy to do before he could cross the line for the last running car in 13th. And retired from the race was Gary Croft and Ant Woodward.
Hats off to all these guys. They did a great job tonight.
Yeah, especially in the dark. So.
Yeah, that's Ben crossing the line there. Sorry, Clyde, go on.
No, I was just going to say, that is media day over. Do you just want to run down the final result for us, Pete?
Certainly can. So your race winner for the third time tonight was Nicole Foggy. In second was Marco Namela. Third was Wayne Sanderson. That's your podium three. Tony Kloosterman finished in fourth. Richard Alsop in fifth. Sixth was Jamie Wilson. Seventh was Nikolai Bogotyrev, with Adam Wright in eighth and Steve Lavalle right behind him in ninth. Lane O'Connor in 10th. Marco Lowert in 11th. Andrew Hoffman finished 12th. Ben Cullen was the last of the running cars in 13th. And Gary Croft and Ant Woodward did not finish.
Okay, gents. So, shall we jump straight into the interviews?
I think we should, yeah.
We've got 4 lined up already, so let's just change to 5.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Let's bring in our triple winner for you, Pete, Nicole Foggy.
Good evening, Nicole Foggy. Welcome to the booth. He's muted.
Hang on. There you go.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, you're through now. Welcome, Nicole. How you doing?
Not bad. It was fun.
Fun evening. You won the last race by about 6 hours, didn't you?
I tell you, that night time was difficult for a bunch of people. I think maybe VR, virtual. I'm in VR, so that maybe helped a bit.
Right. Okay. You certainly commanded that one. Did you go for the undercut on the pit stop, or was that just when you scheduled yourself to pit?
Yeah, halfway, and I saw Marco go in, but I thought I probably would have had a little bit more pace, judging by the previous races, just a little bit extra. So I thought I might as well keep going, and if I do come out behind him, then I've got fresher tires, so at least there will be a battle. If I did come out behind him, I'd have the advantage in that. So yeah, that was it.
So the evening's been. There's been quite a lot of car contacts across the evening, but everybody's been very, very sportsmanlike and given positions back, including yourself. There was one point where I thought you were going to wait for the whole field to pass you in order to give a position back, and then you won anyway. So you're obviously confident that you could do that. What do you think about the standard of racing tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think I saw a few new people, as well as it'll take people a while to get back into driving the V8. It's a difficult car. Driving side by side, it's pretty scary. And never mind 3 wide, which happened a bunch of times. And, at the start, a lot of traffic. And it's quite a delicate car as well. So lots of mistakes can be made in locking up the brakes and losing it on acceleration and all that. So, I mean, it wasn't too bad. I don't think I had some good races. It'll improve as the season goes on, I think.
Yeah, and we'd like to know what hack you're using on your car, which enables you to go around the outside of turn 1 and make people on the inside on the racing line look like they're going backwards.
I think that's a scary corner to be on the inside. I think if you're on the outside, you can chuck it in and not worry about going wide. The grass is on the outside, but it's not too bad a corner on the outside. On the inside, you really don't want to muck it up. And it's I when I'm on my own, I miss the apex quite a lot. So if you're on the inside, you definitely don't want to miss the apex. So it depends how confident you are, but it's definitely scary being on the inside for that one.
Well, it was a very, very accomplished drive from you in all 3 races. You got through traffic really, really well. And there were some real bottleneck moments, wasn't there? Have you got a memorable moment from any of the 3 races tonight?
I think it was the start of either race 2 or 3. There, yeah, as you say, massive bottleneck a few times, and then even I remember having a good race with Richard Alsop. Definitely had a good race with him, and I got past him, and then there was a big bottleneck ahead of the 2 guys battling, and he ended up. Richard got back alongside me again, so that was fun. I think I had a good race with Tony. We side by side with him as well in maybe the last race in the second race or the first race. Yeah, whatever it was, but yeah. Good races with them, and I think people. To me, it didn't look like too much carnage. There was a bit of carnage, but I think people are a bit respectful, and yeah. Well, hopefully we see that when the season actually starts next week.
Yeah, it's been really good to watch everybody getting used to the car again. You don't get a massive feel for media days. We never really have done. We're hoping that word gets out and we get a huge grid. And someone to put it to you at turn 1 at Phillip Island, because it was just unnatural with the speed with which you were going around there. So congratulations on your triple victory. And do you want to do your shout outs and thanks now?
Yeah, thanks to XVR, Simortal, Virtual Racing Association, and PowerMax Racing, and of course you guys for broadcasting and starting up another season. Looking forward to it.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Nicole Foggy.
All right, thank you. See you soon.
Okay, let's get Marco Namela in. For some reason, everybody's server muted tonight. Marco Namela, welcome to the booth.
Thanks.
Man of many words. First of all, Marco, how is the injury holding out?
First 2 races it was good, but the last race on lap 1 I couldn't press the brake fully, so that's why I had the weird dive bomb couple times. I couldn't press the brake fully, but I managed to get the car home.
Yeah, that's true. And is it just a case of resting to make it better now, or are you going to try and do some more racing and build the muscle back up and get fit that way?
Yeah, the knee should be okay now, but the muscles around it's just really bad. So I'm working on that.
Excellent. So to the races then. You had some really, really good racing tonight. That third race, second place there. I know you were struggling with your braking, but how did you find it once the darkness fell?
I was lost. I didn't practice at all, like maybe a couple laps just before the practice session started. So I was so lost.
Well, we wasn't supposed to have a sunset race. It was going to be late afternoon, but we had a little vote on the chat on our YouTube channel, and people wanted to see a sunset race go into darkness. So as it's media day and there's no points on the table, we gave them what they want. But, ultimately, you even with your injury and not being able to press the brake pedal, you still had a good race. But Nicole Foggy is looking, dare I say, quicker than usual. What tactics are you going to employ to try and wrestle that title away from him this season?
Practice, a lot of practice. I haven't driven anything in 5 weeks or so. So practice and getting the feeling back. I was making too many mistakes and stuff like that. So get those out, and I should be there.
Right. Well, the correct answer to that question was the front bumper, but you missed your opportunity there. So, Marco, before we let you go, because we've got more interviews to get through, anybody you'd like to thank?
My team, Racecraft Esports, and Richard for pushing me to do this race. So, yeah.
Well done, Richard. Okay, Marco. Well, thanks for joining us in the booth, and hopefully we'll see you next week a little bit fitter.
Thanks.
So that was Marco Namela. So let's get Tony Klusterman in for you, Pete Bingham.
Good evening, Tony. Welcome to the booth. How are you feeling after that?
Tired. I'm soaked.
You still got a heat wave going through Canada?
Yeah. 42 Celsius today, I think it is.
We don't believe you. The only pictures we've ever seen of Canada, it's under like 14 feet of snow or something. Yeah, you had 3 races of mixed fortune there, didn't you? There was quite a lot of door banging going on. A lot of very, very close racing. The reverse grid did everything that the viewers wanted it to, which was bring everybody together. And in different fits and starts, you had success and frustration, I think, maybe.
Yeah, I think first race was fine. No issues there. Got the pole. Foggy was just a teeny bit faster than me, so that was okay. Second race, I think everything went pretty well to plan there. It was a little tough getting through some of the traffic. And then the third race got shoved on the outside of the hairpin there. It looked like whoever number 38 was got bumped, and he slid into me and pushed me off. So, just made for a long way to come back. And then I had a very dodgy pit entry. I don't know if you
I saw you. Yeah, you went a bit wide on the left-hander, didn't you? Yeah, I saw that in the distance.
Yeah, that was kind of ugly. So that wasn't a great pit stop, and had a good battle with Wayne there at the end. Just didn't have quite enough to get by him.
No, you brought that down to about 0.3 of a second, and then it extended back out again. I'm guessing just hot tires or no grip at the end of the race, maybe something like that.
Yeah, I was driving the wheels off it to try and catch them.
Well, that's what we want. That's what we want to see. So it's been really good having this media day. They're never overly attended, are they? But hopefully it'll do its job and attract a lot more people to our league, which starts next week. Have you got an answer for Nicole Foggy's speed this season?
Well, I don't know. Certainly today's performance was a little bit better than the end of last season's, so that's looking up, and we'll have to see how the next weeks go.
Okay. Have you got anyone you'd like to thank before we let you go?
Sponsor Racetech of the league for sponsoring the league, obviously. Never Quit Racing, Simability, all our teammates. You guys for doing the broadcast, and Backfire Simsport TV. So, yeah, that's it.
Thank you very much, Tony Klusterman.
Take care, guys.
Okay, let's get our old mucker, Lame O'Connor, into the booth. Another server mute. Lame O'Connor, welcome to the booth.
Evening, gents.
How are you?
Yourself?
You had some interesting races tonight.
Yeah. Interesting, aye. Well, you're supposed to put a dark race on because that's it. I can't race in the dark.
Well, we did have inside information that you couldn't see in the dark. So, yeah. No, but if I remember rightly, race 1 went very well for you.
Yeah, race 1. Pace was on. Everyone was going according to plan. Had a great battle with who was it now? Jamie Wilson, was it?
Yeah.
I think so. But yeah, it seemed to go good for me, and the pace was there, and it just seemed okay.
Hey, Lane, you know what happened? The reason that Clyde made a night race is you were old guys rule and you were doing great, and he couldn't stand that for 3 races in a row.
Yeah, I knew it had something to do with him. He just could not stand it. He couldn't see me getting that. And he just thought, right, I'm going to turn the lights off because everybody in the dark. In the daylight sometimes, but certainly not in the dark.
As a matter of fact, he wanted to see if he could disconnect the headlights on your car only, too.
As far as I was concerned, there was no headlights in my car. The only time I could actually get around the track was if there was somebody in front of me. I was using them as a marker. As soon as I was on my own, I was on another track. I was in Adelaide or something. I don't
know. But we did see you in a number of close battles. We also see you cutting the grass a few times. But we had a giggle with you, from your excellent 4th place finish last night in the official series. But you've carried that speed into this evening. I know we asked you about it last night, and you've had your PC problem, so you've had a bit of a break, and you've come back and just got back to it straight away. Going forward into the season, obviously no points on the table tonight, but does that fill you with optimism for the rest of the season?
Yeah, joking aside, I actually feel a wee bit more confident this season. I would say last season I just never felt confident in the car, and if it didn't go right, my head went down. That was it. Whereas this season, I feel as if it's there. I know it's there. So I just feel a wee bit more confident.
Excellent. Well, that's always good to hear. So before we let you go, Lane, anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, like to thank you guys, Racetech, XVR, all my teammates, Foggy for helping me out. That's about it, really.
Excellent. Well, thanks as always for joining us in the booth, Lane. You're always a good sport and up for a laugh. So we look forward to watching you and talking to you throughout the season.
Yeah, cheers, guys. Good to see you again, Bill.
Thanks, Lane. It was a pleasure. You did a great job tonight, buddy.
Cheers.
Okay, then, last but not least, let's bring in our teammate, Andrew Hoffman. And server, unmute him.
Good evening, Andrew. Welcome to the booth. How are you doing?
Oh, it could be better. And how many times did you put the commentator's curse on me today?
Well, I tried at least 3 times. Clyde was about 5. And I think we were successful on at least 2 occasions. You had a great paint job, though.
One paint job, wasn't it?
So, race 1, I think, was reasonably successful, wasn't it? And then we started the race at race 2, and I went, "Where's Andrew? Why isn't he on pole?" And then Clyde was like, "I don't know. What happened?"
Oh, Jack of Foggy.
Okay. Oh dear. So and then race 3, you got slowly shuffled back towards the back of the field with a series of off tracks and things. You kept the car reasonably clean in the first race, though, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, up until the last lap. Yeah, but yeah, won't go into that.
So, have you got any memorable, positive moments from tonight's racing?
I was very close to Lane with practicing quali, and I think I did tick another box with Ant. So I guess he'll be coming over to Vulcan shortly.
Yeah, maybe. There's plenty of us now, isn't there? So it should be a well-populated team. Yeah, it was I thought it was a reasonable media day, given the fact that you don't get much in the way of population in these, but hopefully it'll attract more people to the racing season. How do you feel about the racing season? Are you feeling confident this time round?
Yeah, trying a few different driving styles. Yeah, my pace has gotten a lot quicker over the last week just from trying different things. So, yeah, looking pretty confident. But I really don't like Phillip Island, and I seem to have pace on tracks I don't like. I can't work it out.
Right, okay. Well, that beats me because I've got no pace on any of the tracks, whether I like them or not. So, anybody you'd like to do any shout outs or thanks to before we let you go?
Oh, yeah. First one is Vote Pete 1. Hey, vote. Racetech. Oh, geez. It's early in the morning here and I got no brain power. Backfire Simsport TV, Sam in the background, and Bill, and yourself and Clyde.
I'm glad Clyde came at the end of that list. Andrew Hoffman, thank you very much for a very entertaining evening, and we look forward to watching you racing in the league from next week.
Yeah, looking forward to it, and might see you on the track in one of them.
Yeah, we're hoping we can get around a few. So, yeah, let's look forward to that.
Definitely. Okay, have a safe one, boys.
Cheers, Andrew.
Cheers, Andrew.
So that was Andrew Hoffman from Vulcan Esports. So, guys, before we close, we always say that you can't take much from Media Day. You don't quite know how the season's going to pan out from a first competitive race. But that was some show from Nicole Foggy.
Oh yeah, that was unreal. Winning around Phillip Island on a 45-minute race by, what was it, about 14 seconds. That's imperious, isn't it? I've never seen anybody do that outside line around turn one before in so regularly and with so much confidence.
Yeah, and starting from the back.
Yeah, and he says that he'd rather do that than go on the inside. We must be doing this stuff backwards, Pete.
Yeah, no. Yeah, ignore the apexes. Just go the
Yeah,
outside
I know,
line.
really.
Yeah. Apexes, they're yesterday's news.
The only little caveat that I would add to that is when we do the reverse grids, it is easier for the faster guys to come through when the grids are not very big. But if we get our usual 25 plus car grids, that's when it makes it a little bit more difficult for them. But I thought, on the whole, we had some great racing tonight, some good laughs. We got the viewers involved. We saw some really good racing. We see some bumps and some grinds and some door banging, but we see some absolutely fantastic sportsmanship, which we like to see, and also the stewards like to see. If there's any protests, that always will go in a driver's favour. So a successful media day, not particularly large grids, but I can't wait till next Saturday when the season starts for real, Bill.
Yeah, I agree with you, Clyde. I have to tell you, we singled out Nicole Foggy. He is an exception to the rule, and of course we have Tony Klusterman and Johnny Brandon and Marco Normella. But we got some shoes coming up. Adam Wright, impressive drive tonight. Wayne Sanderson, he's just back there a little bit, and hats off to Lane O'Connor. He might be an old guy, but I'll tell you, he did a hell of a job tonight. He really did. And to all the rest of the people out there who showed up, nobody's a loser on media day.
Yeah, I couldn't put it better myself. Pete, last words from you?
I'm really inspired and taking some positivity from this media day. Some of the fastest guys turned up for it. They don't always turn up for media days. It means that we've got a really good following, and people are willing to invest in this league still. We're in season 9. It's well established now. I think we can attract a lot more people, and the grids hopefully will be those 25 plus cars. That's where the excitement really kicks in, and the fighting for that top spot. That's what we're after, and the inter rivalries in the middle of the field as well. We had Jamie Wilson and Wayne Sanderson duking it out all of last season, quite literally all of last season, and that made for a wonderful end of season finale for them. I'm hoping for that, and it's looking really positive from this point.
Yeah, I think both you guys just mentioned there Wayne Sanderson, and I think he might be a dark horse this season. We've seen in the Euro Strength of Field race that we do on a Friday night that he's a plodder. That he might not always win the races, but he tends to walk away with a bag full of points, and that's what you need to win this championship. Sam, any last words from you before you disappear to get some shut eye before your early morning stints in the 24-hour race?
I already shut my eyes. No, that was an interesting night. Lots of fair play. That was very good to see. The same as we see in the official V8 race. We don't see that so often, so that's a good thing for the league. Very looking forward for the real racing, I must say, in the first round. So it's gonna be interesting with more people and so on, like you said. I think you all three have said the most of the things.
Excellent. So before the guys say good night, we at Backfire Simsport TV have got a very busy week next week. So we're going to put on a special Backfire podcast on Monday with myself, Sam, Pete and Bill. And we're going to talk about the coming season. And I'm going to put the guys on the spot and ask them for predictions. So that's on Monday night. On Wednesday night, we are back with the BSTV GT4 TCR League, which is turning into an absolutely phenomenal league with a great bunch of drivers. We'll be back again on Friday with the European Strength of Field race for the V8s. And then back next Saturday for rounds 1 and 2 of the Racetech V8ESC Season 9. So it's all coming up on Backfire Simsport TV. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you give us a like. Thanks to Racetech for sponsoring the league. Thanks to Sam, Pete, and Bill for joining me tonight and making this production possible. Thanks to the viewers. We really do appreciate it and enjoy it when you get involved on the chat, even though Bill and Pete ignore you. And obviously, thanks to the drivers, because without the drivers, we wouldn't have any racing. So I shall say good night, and I'll let the guys say good night, and we'll close the broadcast.
Yeah, good night, everybody. Hope you join us next week.
Yeah, good night, everybody, and thanks to Clyde and Sam and Pete. It's a pleasure working with you guys, and looking forward to next week.
And good night, everybody. See you next week.